Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Monday evening, I should say. We gotta talk. So y'all wanted me to watch Ultimate House, the Ultimate Girls Trip for the Housewives on Peacock. Well, I did. I caught up on all 3 episodes, and now I got something to say. Y'all, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, now let's be clear. What I just saw, I literally sat here and caught up with all 3 episodes so that we could go down, round, and through there. Okay? Because this was not what I thought it was. It wasn't. I don't know if it was disappointing, shocking. I'm not sure what it was, but it was not at all what I expected it to be. All right? So let me say this. I don't regret watching. I will continue to watch so that I can tell y'all what I think about it. Now that we in. Okay, we locked in. All right. So apparently it comes on every Thursday on Peacock. But we got to talk about what's going on this show. Because there's some things happening. It's some things happening on this show. It's some very telling things that are going on this here show. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And we got to talk about it. Oh, yes, we do. Y'all, we got to talk about this. Yes, we do. Because I'm going to tell you, I feel some type of way. I would be a big old liar if I didn't tell y'all exactly how I feel. I feel some type of way by some of the stuff I'm seeing. Now, y'all know them Salt Lake City and Miami people. I don't really know them, but I'm learning them. And child, what I'm learning is a mess. But before I get into all that, y'all know I got to greet everybody because it ain't cool to just be running your mouth. And I'm the last person in the room. So the last one in got to speak to folks. Angie, she done changed that hair. You getting ready to go to bed? All right, girl. Good night, Miss Miami. Now let me greet everybody else that's in the room real quick. And we got to talk about this show. Child. Ooh, child. When I tell y'all, I don't like eating crow. I don't like eating it. But sometimes you just got to eat it. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you be wrong by stuff or you don't quite see it, and y'all know me, if I don't see something, I'm going to be honest and just be like, I don't really see that. I might see something else, but I might not see what people be seeing. I'm going to just say this before I get into it, before I start speaking to everybody. Baby, I'm starting to see some of that stuff y'all was telling me about Portia. I underestimated her. I thought she was just dumb. She ain't just dumb. It's some more to that heifer. But we're going to talk about it. She is dumb, but she not just dumb. Okay, she dumb, comma, not dumb, period. Okay, but let me greet everybody, and then we're going to talk about these people. Yes, we are. The beautiful Bianca Edwards is in the house. She said, y'all hit that like button, please. I see 37 people. It should be 37 likes. Y'all look out for me, okay? All right, Debbie Garcia is in the house. Hey, Red Majestic Diva, how you doing? Hey, High Vibe, how you doing, sis? It's so good to see you. Nacho Twins Mama is in the house. Good to see you. She's telling y'all to hit that like button too, so please get down on it. Hey, Plum, How you doing? How you doing? We celebrating Happy to Be Happy's birthday. So happy birthday to her. Miss Sparkle is in the building. Our resident Mary Kay lady. She say, hey, y'all. Y'all tell her hey back. Okay. All right. There go the birthday girl. Y'all know what we do. Her cash app pinned to the top of the chat. That is the Royal Family way of pinning that good dollar to your blouse. Okay. Because it's virtual. We not in your hometown, but hopefully we still family. Okay. Vanessa Comagate. Hey, pretty girl. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Juanisha. Hey, girl. Welcome. Good to see you. Quiet Storm 87. There go my girl. How you doing? It's good to see you. You must have been studying real hard and you caught a break to come hang with your sisters on the porch. I appreciate you. Don D in the house. Deborah Harris, how you doing? Hey, DV. How you been doing? My nephew in here, King Sankara. I know that's right. Rochelle, hey girl. How you? Keisha Posey, how you doing? Welcome here. I love that picture, girl. That's nice. That's nice. Angie going on the bed. She had to leave us, y'all, but you know that's a hard-working lady right there. So I can dig it. Who we got in here? Angel. How you doing, Angel? I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Mr. James, how you doing? All right. Miss Knox in the house. Y'all, please hit the like button as you come in. Don't do me wrong. I wouldn't treat y'all bad. Don't treat me bad, please. Y'all hit the like button as you come in. Please, 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 and thank you. So dig this, right? I did not see what y'all saw when it came to that goddamn Porsha. It's like the dumb part was overwhelming me and I didn't see the rest of it. I'm telling you I didn't, but y'all know me. I'm not too big of a girl that I can't come back and say, y'all saw something I didn't see. You was right about it. I didn't see it, y'all. I didn't think she was smart enough to be that nasty, but the heifer, you know, she a little dumb, but the heifer still crafty. Oh, she's crafty. So we're going to talk about that too. Okay? So I started from episode 1, so you know I can't really go with the full play-by-play on these first 3 episodes, because if so, y'all ain't gonna never go to bed, and y'all ain't finna be late to work telling them people Nitra kept you out your bed, because that's just what we not finna do. Okay, we not never finna do that. Okay, so we're gonna have to capsulize. Okay, we're gonna have to do a synopsis over these 3 episodes. I'm gonna hit the main stuff that made me feel some type of way, like, oh, this finna be a mess. So first of all, and y'all forgive me, my tongue. Oh, let me tell y'all this before I get going. Did y'all know you could be allergic to pistachio nuts? Because I didn't. I did not know. I know now. And pistachios is one of my favorite things to eat, y'all. So like, I'm really like heartbroken, feeling some type of way. And I got TMJ pain. Okay. So that's not cool either. But I do have TMJ pain. And I hurt my mouth because I ate pistachios and I didn't know I was allergic to them. So, you know, that's just bad news for me. I don't know if y'all really wanted to know that, but I just wanted to share it with somebody. And y'all here. So, you know, I figured who else to share with other than my family, tell y'all what's going on with me. So from the first episode, I was thinking we was gonna get the same little bubbly, ditzy, silly Porsha that we've been getting, because she started off like, oh yeah, you know, I survived RHOA. I didn't have time away. I'm looking at these ladies from the outside looking in like a viewer, and now I get to watch the mess and sit back and watch the mess up close. And you know, she talking about that. They talking about the people in Salt Lake City got a lot of drama. I guess we was getting kind of like the intro on who these ladies were, because I'm sure they assume that all of us don't watch every franchise. Okay, Rochelle said, "Have you heard of the young woman that killed her husband?" I did, but I don't care about that, Rochelle. We talking about Housewives. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be cold-blooded, but people kill people every day, and we ain't talking about them. That's why we don't be on here talking about that stuff. That stuff is depressing. But you know, shout out to them. Hope somebody pray for them. But yeah, so they was filling us in on Salt Lake City and the people with the drama. And apparently the 2 cousins from Salt Lake City is who's coming from Salt Lake City. And they really they bringing some mess. I was like, okay, what y'all talking about? One of the cousins accused the other one of lying, saying she ain't know about a rumor or something. Then come to find out that ain't even exactly what it was. But that then they had the girl from New York, Leah. But she don't drink no more, so she on the show. Thank you, High Vibe. Tiffany GT, how you doing? Yeah, Whitney and Heather, the fat one and the little bitty one that be lying all the time. Them two. Then you got the two funny looking women from Miami. I have never watched one episode of that show, but the Marisol lady, her face looked like a masquerade. And then the Alexia lady, that's the one who said she found out that her ex-husband was had a boyfriend after he died or something to that effect. Hey, Dora. What you say, sis? You say, I forgot I don't type much. Girl, you could type. I was just saying, I don't cover them depressing stories. I ain't mad at you for keeping up with it. I saw a little bit about it, but that stuff, you know what I mean? It just it sucked the air out of a room. It really do. You said Miami been good since it came back. I'm not watching them. I'm a Florida girl. I don't really appreciate the fact that they showing everybody but Floridians on their show. I'm not interested. But them heifers, they got a little mess to them now. I'm going to give them that from what I'm seeing on the girls' trip. Debbie said, I'm excited to hear your take because you don't know them, so it's real as always. Okay, I don't know them. I don't have no favorites, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. Yeah, she do got a little of what the wild things are, where the wild things are. Nacho Twins mama say Marisol looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame back to face child, and they showed her mama. Have mercy. That's all I'm going to say. Just have mercy. Have mercy. I ain't going to say nothing about that lady because she old, but just have mercy. Good God, have mercy. But so the show started off, I'm thinking maybe Gizelle and Candace done made up because they had a FaceTime conversation or whatever. Candace was like, nah, she just trying to move on, and she don't want to bring it over here because they about to be in a new space. She said it ain't good to see her, but she said she don't want to tussle with her. She just want to let that go. Okay? You say she dead, but that was the face. That's my whole point right there. That's my whole point. That lady going on to glory if she know him, and I ain't finna talk about that lady, just Lord have mercy. Debbie say Portia playing Robin role. She doing worse than that. Bianca say not needed prayer, sis. Yeah. The lady gone now, y'all. Ain't no point in praying for people that's gone. Pray for the people that's still here. Don't pray for the ones gone. And the time to pray for them is before they leave. I'm just saying, y'all hit the like button before I say something. Y'all get mad at me back, but please hit the like button. So they got the little concierge over there. His name Pepsi. He seemed real cool. Marisol and Alexia talking about they want the suite on the third floor because we the only OGs here. And I'm sitting here like, girl, I know for a fact Portia been on that show, been on Housewives and on Bravo longer than you. How you the only OGs? And I'm like, okay, let me give them a little chance. That's right, Bianca. Take her to the king. Yes, that's right. So, and Portia loaned Gizelle her glam squad. She clearly did. Gizelle still didn't look quite right, but she was 10,000% better than she normally be. Portia definitely started with Candace and then got mad because Candace met her where she was at. And we're going to talk about that too. And so while they, breaking us into everything, child, then they went talking about Jen Shaw was found guilty and they had to put that in there like it was so shocking. Y'all know Jen Shaw was doing that stuff. That's why them federales came to get her. One thing about them federales, when they come get you, it's usually because they got a case or they done cooked up one. And either way, you ain't getting away. It's very difficult to get away from the federales. Okay? Very difficult. So y'all knew when them alphabet boys came and picked up Jen Shaw that she was going to jail. If you didn't know, I could have told you. Tiffany said Pepsi was over there taking shots with the girl. He sure was. Man, Pepsi was real. Ooh. Not the doctor. Angel said the Salt Lake City girls was not ready for Gizzard. They sure wasn't. Oh my God, they weren't ready, Angel. You ain't never lied. Portia was not ready for Candace. She sure wasn't. Honey, that little bitty heifer gave her a run for her money. Yes, she did. and she knew she couldn't reach and grab that girl. She'd have broke that girl into a bunch of matchsticks and been sitting in a jail in Phuket. So I'm glad she, knew know your boundaries. Cause you go grabbing that little bitty teenager girl, her mama and them gonna find lawyers and they can afford good ones. And Simon gonna have to get you some good ones. And in the meanwhile, you're gonna be in jail in Phuket. So keep your hands to yourself. I'm glad she did. That was a blessing. And then they get to the fact that Gizelle talking about she thought she was gonna be flying with Candace. It's like Gizelle came into this situation thinking that Candace was gonna play fake with her after you did all that stuff to her and her husband. Talking about, I thought we was gonna have the same flight, honey. Candace was on a flight by herself, and so were you. That girl wasn't finna fly nowhere with your funky tail. She over there getting her drinks on, or as she said in her $10 word, libations. She was over there getting her libations on and relaxing by herself. Now, that was cute. Then they get over there. They let us get a look at the place a little bit, and it seemed real nice. Once the girls got there, we could tell it was real nice. Usually Candace ain't got that Alabama kick like Cynthia. No, because Cynthia mule kicked Porsha. And Porsha was dead wrong with that situation, putting your hand in that woman's face, and then you tried to lean over the top of her. Cynthia was supposed to kick the piss out of her. She was supposed to kick the cowboy crap out of Porsha. And I'm glad she kept her hands to herself with little Candace, though. I don't think Candace got no hand, no kick, no nothing. Vanessa say, okay, be careful, because Candace's mama don't play in her pockets long, but so is Simon's. But she'd still been sitting in that jail in Phuket while they worked it out. So I'm glad she kept her hands to herself. Now, they showed the little place. It was real nice. The little dude, Pepsi, told him he learned English watching movies. He said he ain't watching no once or twice. He said he watched them like 5 times. So that's how he got so good with English. Go, Pepsi, go. Now, Gizelle started out saying, oh, me and Candace would be fine. That's what let me know. Gizelle thought that girl was just going to come in with some business as usual, kiss her behind after you done lied on that girl husband. She ain't finna be your friend no more, girl. Bianca say Candace ain't ready for Portia hands, though. If she had sticky notes for Monique, ain't no telling what she going to have to do if she encounter Portia. Girl, she going to end up in a body cast if she mess with Portia. Hey, Shanny, that's what she going to do. She going to have people signing that body cast. Candace need kickboxing lessons. No, Candace needs some track and field training. That's what she need, cross training. Some real good sneakers and work on her fast twitch muscle bundles. That's what she need to do. Hey, vet, you don't try to fight nobody that's that far out your weight class. You don't do that, because that's how you get your neck broke. You learn how to run. Make that heifer catch you. Hey, E. Davis, that's what she need to do. All she had to do was run laps. Portia would have had to bend over. Portia looked real good, but her cardio can't keep up with that little bitty girl. All Candace got to do is run. She could talk trash to and run at the same time. Portia would be mad as hell and bent over squatting. That's all she got to do. And that go for anybody. If you know somebody way bigger than you and going after you and doing stuff like that, child, just run from them. Make them chase you. They ain't gonna get you. Now then, you got the little Whitney girl, the little skinny cousin, talking about that she was, that she didn't really know how to take Candace, and she was nervous about meeting with her because she called Candace her least favorite housewife in an interview. Yeah, you might should have kept your mouth shut talking about who your least favorite is, and you don't know them people. Didn't you know eventually you might run into that person? Don't you know y'all all work for the same people? Just silly. Angel, what you say? Candace said in the interview that this was filmed before they saw most of the season. Oh, and filmed the reunion. But she knew enough that she still wasn't cool with her. But you got a good point there, Angel. I ain't realized the timeline. Yeah, she need to be a runner and a track star. You don't stand still and try to fight nobody 3 and 4 and 5 times your size. Yeah, call it a read and run. That's right, Mr. James. That's what you do. You don't stand still. Hey, Queen, are you working tonight, girl? Mm-hmm. Say Portia behind is as big as Candace. Yeah, she could literally fit little Candace in one of her booty cheeks. If they had to run from a catastrophe, she could just tuck Candace in one of her booty cheeks and take off. That's all she have to do. The whole rumple seat. Like they used to have in the back of them old pickup trucks. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, just for the record, Candace, if you ever happen to hear this or somebody repeat it, because people love to repeat the foolishness I say, repeat this to her. Candace, somebody that much bigger than you, don't argue with that heifer. Run. Okay? Don't look back. Y'all remember that song at the Pentecostal church, at the Holiness Church? Run, don't look back. Run, don't look back. That's what Candace need to do if Portia Big Tail come after her. Just run, don't look back. Run, don't look back. Like, don't look back. Just run. That's what you do. And don't be shamed either. Hell with that. If she pick at you for running, pick at her because she can't catch you. That's all you got to do. So anyway, Portia came in, looked like with Marisol and Alexia, they on the bus drinking, child, and the big girl, Heather, talking about she thought she brought the glam factor down and hope they'll forgive her for that. And I'm like, you brought the glam factor down. Girl, did you forget that Gizelle was there? She brought the glam factor down. All you did was join her. You just joined in with her, okay? Now, then she went to talking about, the fact that her and Jen Shaw was friends, and Jen Shaw sat there and told her over a year that, girl, I'm innocent. I ain't did this. I swear on everything. She swore on 4 M&Ms, 2 Kit Kats, and a Reese's peanut butter cup that she was innocent and she ain't did it. And then they say the girl texted her before she went in there, talking about she didn't want her to be blindsided. She was finna take that deal and plead guilty. Because them people talking about 30 years. She said, hell, let me get to 14, because 30 mean you ain't never coming home no more. So that's how that went. Now, what I didn't understand was why everybody like jumped on her when Jen Shaw the one broke the law. What y'all jumping on this girl for? I felt bad for the little fat girl. I did. I felt so bad for the little fat girl. Queen, are you off? Off for the next 2 days. Go, girl. So I didn't understand that. I didn't. I ain't understand it at all. Then that you got Pepsi coming there telling them about a spirit house, and every morning supposed to give it some flour and some fruit. And I'm sitting there like, y'all foolish as hell. I ain't pagan. I'm not feeding no house. I'm not feeding no house. And Portia ignorant tail talking about, well, do the spirits stay out there? Do they come in here? I thought we was the one renting the house. It was ignorant, but it was funny. Debbie, we needed the tambourine for that. Run, don't look back. That's right. Yes, Dora. And on the Kit Kat. Girl, I did feel bad for the little fat girl because they kept picking on her. Like they did a lot of picking on the fat girl right up front. Tiffany say, I don't know what Heather had on in that confessional, looked like a big ribbon mess. Well, she warned y'all, Tiff, that she was going to be bringing the glam factor down. Now, she said that in her defense. They picked on that little fat girl so much, I wanted to defend her. I was like, Lord, this is bad. Now, this is bad. Now, this girl can't help how she looked. Now, I was starting to think they was picking on her just because she looked like that. Now, that was the feeling I was getting. So they out there talking to a little birdhouse and putting fruits and stuff and lighting incense and being silly. Portia talking about she want a sisterhood vibe and good food, and Candace want to keep all her edges and have fun. Gizelle talking about she want drama. Then you got Marisol and Whitney talking about, child, we don't want no drama either. And Gizelle talking about Whitney need to zip it. No, the hell she don't. That girl don't need to zip it. If she don't want no drama, she don't want no drama. Who the hell say that she got to want drama because your ignorant behind want that? Then what was even more disgusting was the fact that Gizelle thought she could tell people don't speak the language that they comfortable speaking. Why the hell they can't speak Spanish? Because you ignorant. And then the fact that she talking about it's the rule. Girl, you don't get to make up rules for other grown women. Who the hell do you think you are? Just because you got all them, you got the rings of time around your neck, that don't make you in charge of the girls. I thought that was real rude and xenophobic as hell. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Marisol in the confession talking about she make her own rules. I wish she'd have told Gizelle that to her face. Y'all know I ain't really crazy about them, confessional cappers, unless they really telling real solid jokes. But that little line right there, you could have just told her, girl, I make my own rules and get the hell out of my face. I wish she had them. Now, I like the fact that Lil Pepsi had picked everybody's rooms. Leah started her crap right off the muscle, talking about oh, my bathroom, I ain't got no shower curtain, and the water gonna be on the floor, and I ain't got no view, just complaining, talking about she ain't gonna pull no Ramona. But she went and confronted the little dude. What you got against me? You gave me the worst room. I said, okay, Leah, I don't think I like you. She was getting on my nerves. Now, then when Gizelle and Porsha was talking, I feel like Gizelle sick Porsha on Candace. I believe that because Gizelle was like, oh, it's going to be cool. We're going to be cool. She thought Candace was coming there to kiss her behind after she told all them lies on that girl husband. But in the meanwhile, in her head, she coming to kiss my behind, but I'm a sick Porsha on her. Didn't realize Candace was coming there capping for you too. So it's like she was busting at you. You thought you was going to send somebody to lick shots at her, but she came there to lick a few at you too. Okay, that's what she thought. Because when Porsha said Candace is cool, Gizelle was over there making faces. And Porsha picked up on it. That's why I say Porsha dumb, but she crafty. Because she picked up on it, and ain't no telling what all Gizelle said to her about, girl, get her. And because she quickly switched up talking about, I don't know why people think I'm going to have a problem with Candace. You know why. Because after Monique slid that girl wig, you were very vocal about the fact that you was cool with your friend sliding her wig. Now, that's why everybody thought y'all was going to have a problem. See, Porsha dumb, but she like to play dumber than she actually is, thinking she's slick. She want to run into the dumb and try to be like, see, I'm just doing stuff and playing dumb. And she said it on the show that she liked to play dumb. However, I would say Nick was lucky they didn't cuss her out. Well, they should have. But the whole time with this show, you could see them ladies was real uncomfortable with the loud black women. Okay? DB said, did I miss something? But was Gizelle referring to herself as a girl? Yeah, she called herself Suntan Barbie. That's what she said. Kept calling herself Suntan Barbie. You heard it. And then when people call her a colorist, she like to play dumb. Debbie say, I know plenty of people who speak English and go into Spanish. Me too. I know people that speak English and go into their first language all the time, no matter what your first language is. And how dare she think she can tell somebody what they can and cannot speak because she is somebody who's not bilingual or multilingual. Like, girl, just be embarrassed quietly, okay? Yeah, like they don't owe her that. Don D said, I think so too. And our dog got ate up by Candace. Oh, little dog got ate up by Candace. Oh, yeah. Shannon said, I would speak Spanish in front of her all the time just to get on her nerves. Funk, Lord of the Rings. I know that's right. Tiffany said, exactly. I believe Portia and Gizelle spoke about Candace before this. Yeah, the girl, they had a whole plan and they was not ready for little Candace to hit the boomerang. Angel said Candace was real quick to tell everybody not to tell Gizzard anything. Yeah, she warned them. Don't tell her nothing. Don't trust her. Yeah, girl, she say suntan Barbie because she trying to say I look like a white lady with a tan. But then when Candace say you sit over there with your white looking skin and that enables you to tell lies on people. Oh, I can't believe. Ooh, girl, shut up. Because that's exactly what you play into. And that's why you do what you do. And you feel like it's okay for you to do it because of that. And you know you can get away with it because of that. Child Gizelle full of crap. But we'll get into it. Bianca said exactly, but Portia wasn't on Gizelle Gizzard's mess. Not in the beginning, she was saying that the girl was cool until Gizelle made that face, and then she hurried up and went to spinning in the other direction. Vet said, yeah, the Miami ladies wasn't feeling Gizelle at all. Gizelle ain't nobody to like. Them girls got real money. Why the hell would they like Gizelle? Gizelle is just a little dingy, or just a little dingy stain. High Vibe say, but why does she assume they talking about her? Gizzard is weird. Child, I don't eat High Vibe. If I'm being honest, sis, I don't think she thought they was talking about her. I just think she wanted to control everything because it's hard for her to ear hustle and eavesdrop. Because y'all saw her on the buses when they was going places. When that girl was back there telling all them lies on her cousin and trying to make her cousin look bad, Gizelle was sitting up there with her back bone straight. She didn't turn around or nothing, but she was ear hustling. She can't ear hustle if they speak in Spanish because she don't speak the language. You get what I'm saying? She want to be able to hear what everybody talking about so she can come back and throw people under the bus and do little nasty stuff. That's what she doing. Dora say, I'm one of those who speak English, and then as I get into the story, go into Spanish. A lot of people switch languages. It's perfectly normal. She's only frustrated because her ignorant pedestrian tail speaks one language and she can't stretch. Mentally, she can't stretch. The only effort that she really makes to stretch is when it's time to tell a lie. Then she go to stretching like one of the Incredibles. Gaby said, I watched all 3 episodes. Me too. She said, and I hate Gizzard and how she stirred the pot. Well, girl, we sure finna talk about it tonight. You in the right place. Angel said the Miami ladies was the first one to call out for Gizzard for asking questions to deflect from speaking on her life. Child, Marisol wasn't playing. She wasn't. Hey, Sin City from NOLA. Yes, I meant just what I said. Just be embarrassed quietly. That's all she had to do was just be embarrassed. If you feel inferior, you can do that quietly. Ain't that how it went in Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella? Y'all don't remember that? In my own little corner, in my own little chair. Okay, that's all she had to do. Get in her own little corner, in her own little chair, be embarrassed quietly. That's all she had to do. You ain't got to be loud. Don't let everybody know. Then you got Leah barging into Candace's room, still talking about the view. So when everything was starting off, if I'm being honest, I thought Leah was going to get on my last nerve. And she really didn't. She didn't. The way she was acting about that room, just crying about that view, I said, I don't think I'm going to like her. I wasn't right. I was wrong. I was wrong. The little fat girl, I felt sorry for her. And then I was right about her because I still felt sorry for her. Because she had her little cousin sitting up there talking about, oh, she was more loyal to Jen. Then come to find out what she mad about is that she tried to lie on somebody and wanted that girl to back her up. She wanted her to do what Robin does for Gizelle. That girl was like, no, I wasn't finna do that. I had never heard that. I wasn't finna say I had ever heard that. And I say, well, you go ahead, girl. You tell her. I don't give a darn. I ain't got to back up no lies. Oh, that's right. You ain't think about that part, did you, Dora? She can't eavesdrop if they speak in Spanish. Because she can't translate. She don't know what they're saying. What's bad is she's so ignorant, she can't even pick up a few words. Because a lot of us, like, I don't speak Spanish, but I can pick up enough words to get the gist of what people talking about. She's so ignorant, she can't even do that. She's too ignorant. She's a joke. Gaby says Salt Lake Cousins drama is a snooze fest, but I enjoy how Candace called out Porsha and how she got with her man. Oh, yes, I enjoyed that. Now, the cousins were a little bit of a snooze fest, but if I'm being honest, I kind of enjoyed the way it played out. Just a teeny weeny bit. And I'm going to get into it. Yeah, Gizzard always looking for something to chew on. She is. Yes, God. Tiffany said, I ain't like when Heather said she was going to get Leah drunk knowing she had an issue. I didn't like that. But I recognized she one of them awkward people, and I felt like she made a bad joke. And I felt like, too, if I'm being honest, I felt like she did some of that because she wanted to fit in. I think that was some of that. I want to fit in, and because she was talking about some, the alphas. First of all, girl, this is not a wolf pack. This is not a pack of wild dogs, feral animals. Stop with that alpha stuff. But that just let me know that she felt intimidated by those ladies who've been on the shows longer. They're Black women. They have strong personalities. And I think she wanted to fit in. And she thought saying certain stuff and, them little corny jokes was going to make her fit in or endear her to them and endear them to her or her to them. And it didn't, because soon as she said it, when that girl walked in, Gizelle was like, now that's rude. She says she want to get you drunk. Do you drink at all? Like, she went straight there. And hell of the time, oh my God, she threw me under the bus. But I feel like that was a good little introduction to little Miss Heather to let her know, girl, you need to watch your mouth and watch what you say. Don't think nothing you gonna say is gonna be cool and they gonna like you and you're gonna be one of the it girls. You're not. You're not. They gonna pick on you. So watch your mouth. And that was a real quick little get you together. But I feel like Gizelle did that to start some mess. And I feel like Gizelle was highly disappointed because Leah didn't hold on to it. And if you ask me, that's why they started picking on Leah and attacking Leah real bad. Because Gizelle wanted Leah to take that bone, run with it, and make a big fight with the fat girl and fight the whole trip with her about that. And because Leah jumped up, was like, girl, let's hug it out. I'm not holding on to that. I'm done with that. I'm cool. That pissed Gizelle off. And so it's like, oh, you messed up my plan, so we just gonna gang up on you. Now, that's what it looked like to me. Don D say, didn't Whitney say she the one that told her the rumor, or did I hear wrong? No, she wasn't saying she told her the rumor. What she said was, you were there, you heard it too. You were there, you heard it too. That lady said she ain't heard nothing. And here's the thing, you can't make me hear nothing. If I'm not in some mess, you want to get some mess going, you out there on that limb by yourself. Don't call my name. Don't call my name. That girl didn't want to sit up there and repeat that stuff. Hell, let's just say she did hear it. If she heard it and didn't believe it, why would she repeat it on the camera? And then the fact that the little skinny cousin, she sat up there and said something about it was for TV or whatever like that. So you chose to do something for TV, to, push a rumor, push a narrative for TV to try to get a TV moment. And then you get mad because your friend/cousin didn't jump on the bandwagon. You ignorant. Yvette say Heather kept letting them know she felt inadequate and overcompensating and making it worse. That's true. That is very, very true. Y'all, please hit the like button. So anyway, all that went on. It was just interesting. So then after they was getting food later, Gizelle was still trying to push it. That was before Leah just was like, look, drop it, man. Just, drop it. But she had to flat out say drop it at that table because Gizelle was going to still try to force that to be an issue. Because when they was getting food, Leah was joking around and was like, oh, Lord, Heather wants me to relapse. Gizelle popped up. Oh, that's what she said. And so Leah had to check her real quick. Like, no, the girl ain't said that. I'm just talking SHIT. So anyway, they get to the table, Gizelle trying to take charge, and she gonna ask everybody all these questions, and asking Porsha, you've been around the longest, and she started talking about her experiences. I don't know why we needed to hear that, girl. We watched you live it. Leah really ain't had no info on New York because we don't know what's gonna happen with them. Gizelle questioning Heather and Whitney. But are y'all cool? Are y'all cool? You steady trying to make something happen with them cousins, and she kept on until she got some fireworks too. Heather called Gizelle in the trip because she was like, dang, I ain't know when I'm talking to you, you just recording stuff to shoot back. That's when everything came out. But then Whitney, let me tell you something. I don't know these people. Just like Deborah was saying, it's like Debbie Garcia was saying, I don't know these people. But when production played back that clip from Salt Lake City, and she was like, I got pushed up against the window, that's not what actually happened. She got mad with the fat girl and started walking up on her, getting in her face, putting her hand in her face, and all that fat girl did was shove her out her face. But if you listen to how she told it, she sat up there talking about the girl. She pushed me. She pinned me up against the window. You lied on this girl. And then as the show started going on through the next couple of episodes, I saw her tell like lies on this girl repeatedly. So that was interesting. And talking about, well, Heather just want to make sure she keep her hand clean and she don't want nobody to see her doing. Why the hell would she have to keep up, help you to tell a lie in order to be a bad, to help you to be a good friend or good cousin to you? So Heather was like, look, I'm not finna be gaslit because you want to stir the pot. And then when she said it was for the, it's a TV show as her excuse, like, girl, that means you literally chose a TV moment over your cousin and got mad because your cousin didn't go along with it. And that Alexia girl from Miami was like, I'm glad she piped up and was like, Heather is right. So I was like, all right, I don't see nothing wrong with a girl. Keep your hands clean. You do not have to back up nobody's lies. If they decide to lie on your own. Stop asking people to help you lie. Tiffany say Whitney is always the victim. Oh, so she like this all the time. Okay. It's just all the line for me. High Vibe say all the pot stirring Gizzard does ruins the fun. It does. I'd rather see them having fun drinking and enjoying the vacation. She ain't gonna let that happen. If y'all notice, if those of y'all who watch this show, every time the people look like they was having fun, Gizelle like literally stopped the fun. Like put a stop to that fun. I don't want to talk about mess to make everybody feel bad. Like she's a wet blanket. Angela saying, yet again, Gizelle has no storyline but playing special ops for production. That's all she got. That is a one-trick pony. A one-trick pony. So after she get all the stuff done going, then she go hollering, table it. After she start all the mess. So then Pepsi telling them about their trip to the jungle. He started talking about his impression of the girl. So he liked Lil Whitney and he said Gizelle funny. He said Porsha, wow. Ooh, wow. I'm like, all right, Pepsi, don't be running behind that girl. You ain't got enough money. He said Heather's a perfectionist, the big girl. Alexia says she don't never stop. Leah is quiet and got secrets. He say Marisol is a princess and Candace is a superstar. I say, okay, well, he got his opinions. Whitney was on there on the bus when they ride into the jungle, steady talking trash about her big cousin. Talking about she was excited because Portia had 7 million followers. The girl already said she a fan, so what's the problem? So Candace got left because she was late. Gizelle still trying to police them people language. And then had the nerve to try to blame it on later on when they called her on it, had the nerve to try to blame that on her daughters. That ain't had nothing to do with her daughters. That had everything to do with her being nasty. She want to eavesdrop and stir mess, and she knows she can't because she doesn't understand the language. And so she decided that the best option was to be xenophobic and try to be passive aggressive and make these ladies uncomfortable about speaking their first language. That is just typical tacky low class Gizelle. You just can't expect nothing else from her. So she decides she gonna play the best and worst impressions game, trying to start mess. That's what she decided she was gonna do. Okay, and poor little Heather called hell at night. So they start the best and worst. Candace said Gizelle being messy, and she was. Gizelle said that Leah was her best impression and Heather was the worst impression about the drink comment. I told y'all, like at that point, hey, Morgan's Musings, she really was gonna try to drive that in the ground. And when Leah didn't go along with it, it flipped. When Leah didn't go along with it, it absolutely flipped. Gaby said that bathing suit Gizzard wore to the elephant attraction was awful. It was awful. Her in the swimsuit is what was awful. Because somebody else could have put on that same plain swimsuit and look really nice, but not her. Don D say, I think Rings lied. And she said she texted Candace. I don't think she did. I don't think she texted her either. I think Rings lied too, Don D. But yeah. So then you get that's when Leah decided to hug it out with her and she failed because she told her, like, I'm not holding on to that. Let's move on. Leah said that Porsha was her best impression. She thought she was a bitch. I thought that was real classless. Like, how dare you say you think somebody is a female dog that you've never spoken to? That's just not nice. Candace was like, she called Heather fun. She was like, I didn't think she was going to be fun, but Heather was fun. Portia said Heather is just misunderstood. But, they were making that girl uncomfortable. They really were. Now, Marisol said Portia was her best impression because they were drinking together. Marisol apparently liked her drinks. Gizelle was the worst because she was trying to police the language. Alexia is the one that flat called Gizelle out and was like, you asking all them questions because you don't want to talk about you. Candace hurried up and hit the amen corner, y'all. Talking about, yep, that's it. There you go. And in her confession, talking about Gizelle guarded because of how much life done beat her tail and she can't come to terms with it. I don't know if that's it, but I thought it was funny. Whitney say she misjudged Candace because she was judging her based on the Ashley stuff. I'm sure you were, because you a big liar, and so is Ashley. And now this is where it got good. Because Portia decided and I don't even know who told her to do this. She decided she gonna try to explain Candace to Candace. And I'm sitting there like, Portia, you can't even explain your own mess. But now you gonna try to tell this girl that she need to let you get it out while you explain what she was thinking and what her motivations were. And I appreciate Candace for letting her know, girl, while you trying to rationalize for me, I know exactly how it landed. I meant it just like I said it because she was bothering with me. And I like what she said. I was like, there you go. Let it be known. And the cockroach ended dinner. Then they get to the next day, they go into the elephants. Pepsi's still crazy. Marisol up here getting drinks for breakfast and say she don't drink a lot. She just drink for many, many hours. I don't know what the hell that means. Leah went over there to the dead house and did that little weird prayer about her PMS. I don't know what the hell that was for. Candace says she gonna have a dinner and Ladyboy show, and the dress code is too much. Then you got Marisol making drinks. Portia over there in an animal print cat suit, and they heading to go and aggravate some elephants. I say poor elephants. Candace quickly peeped that Portia had a problem with her, which I think was good. I'm glad you caught it because she did. And they did bring up the Monique comments, but Candace didn't catch that Gizelle was behind the mess she was going through in there with that lady right then. That was Giselle's foolishness. Hey, DT. That's right. My boo say, y'all on the porch, make sure you like this video. Hey, Kai. How are you? Angel say Candace puts the real and real housewives. I'm sorry. She kind of do. She done grew up a little bit. I like her a lot better now. I ain't completely sold on her. She still be getting on my nerves, but I like her better than I did. So they get to the elements, child. Portia up here talking about periods and who need to get some. I just, leave it to Portia to just say some real vulgar stuff sometime. I just don't know. She was real vulgar on this trip. Gizelle out there feeding the darn elephants the sugar cane, making all them weird side effects. Candace talking about maybe that's why she ain't got no man. Candace and Marisol was picking at her. The elephant sneezed and the little skinny cousin got elephant mucus in her mouth. Do y'all realize I would have died if an animal sneezed at that? Oh, let me not talk about that too much. I'll start gagging for real. I'm for real. I'm not stable with stuff like that. I can't deal with spit. I couldn't deal with spit when my children was teething. And my bad, y'all. Well, that happened. I can't talk about that no more. Portia up there starting a darn mud fight. And that's when she says she liked to play dumb, and they flash back to that mess with Candy and Marlo pulling it out, and she talking about who said that. So literally she throwing mud, talking about who did that. And I think one of them girls from Miami told on her, and I'm glad they did. Talking about why you told on me, because you started mud fights. You a grown behind woman. You too grown to be doing mud fights. Lord, here go DT. Gizelle looked like a rotten sugar cane. Oh, DT coming in hot. DT is in charge of the corner now. DT done been sent to the corner so much that he is in charge of the corner. DT now runs the corner. That's what happened with some people. They get put in timeout so much that they run the corner. And he really runs the corner. But so that went on, and then they went and cleaned the mud and some of the funk off. And Portia up here playing with these ladies, pretending she could suck the cork out of a bottle. And Leah was talking about she happy to talk about sex, and they flashed to New York where Ramona and them was shutting that down because they didn't want to talk that vulgar mess. Leah come up with the best and worst for the Housewives game or whatever. That was lame to me. Portia got choked up talking about when she had postpartum depression on national TV. Marisol, it was interesting with her because she was talking about that she was embarrassed of her mama because she knew people was going to be talking about her mama for getting them fillers and how her face was just melting off and stuff. So I understood that. That made a lot of sense to me. Then you got Candace saying her and Chris wasn't in a good place because he was working too much, and ever since he been working, it's been causing problems and whatever. Well, he fired now, so I guess they happy again. I don't understand, Miss Candace. I understand you want to be around your man, but your man need to work somewhere, ma'am. Marisol went to telling her business. She got a birth defect with her uterus, so she couldn't have no children, and they get back to the house immediately with the cocktails. Whitney needing Heather to sew her hair in. Marisol talking about her hair weave. I say, boy, they sure give black women hair about weave for these other ladies to have all these weave issues. Because I didn't hear no sisters talking about sewing no tracks back in. Did y'all? Because I didn't. I didn't hear none of that. So I thought that was very interesting. And I'm like, now, had that been Anne's sister talking about sewing a track back in and they hair weave this and they hair weave that, all of the people who love to police black women and their fashion, their hair, and everything would have came running out the woodworks like some elephants. And y'all know I'm right about it. Yes, Angel, he done got fired from the W, so she should be real happy. She should be real happy because she ain't want that man to work. At this point, I'm about to believe that Chris really don't have no job because Candace don't want him to have one. Let me find out he got this little girl telling him don't work, and so he's sitting his funky behind up somewhere not working. That's what it's giving to me. Now, if he get another job and have to quit because she don't want him there, I'm not even going to pick at him for being an unemployed derelict ever again. DT say, not her getting mad because Christina worked too. Yes, she did. He wasn't doing nothing but working to the W. If he'd have had a real job, she might have set him on fire. But yeah, so that went on. They get ready to head to the little show. Everybody ordering waters, Red Bulls and stuff because they've been drinking all day. People don't want to just drink till they pass out. Marisol got up because she said she needed a drink. Whole time she complaining about her stomach hurting, but she needed a drink. So Candace did the little petty naming session and called herself. Now, this was funny to me because Gizelle was so mad about that name, Seanitra Man. Girl, you do need a man. You do. Because gapping that bat cave open and letting somebody drive in and out is not having a man. That's having relations. And I don't even know that you're doing that. I believe Gizelle just be talking because I don't see it, y'all. I ain't being mean, ugly, or nothing like that. I just don't believe Gizelle. And the Seanitra Man was hilarious. And for Portia, should take a man, she will take a man because she can say what she want to say. You took that woman's husband, Portia. Now, I don't care what else went on. You took that woman's husband. You understand me? You did that. Candace wants her man to be her number one groupie. I mean, that's cool, but can he earn a check? Hey, LEL. You say that's what it is. I don't know, but I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching because something is funny with that. She don't want that boy working. Say, dang, put Christine in the cabaret and she can sing while he dance. I mean, maybe he can't dance. Hey, Lily. Say, I cried laughter when Candace said that I'm Team Porsha. And I'm Team Porsha. Listen, should take a man was hilarious because she did take that woman man. She sure did. So I think she lying about having relations. I believe she lying. I don't believe Gizelle squeezed no WD-40 on them hip sockets and swung that back cave open for nobody. I don't. LEL say Candace was out of pocket for that. She went to the wedding. I don't care how she out of pocket. Is she the one told her to take that woman man? Was she there guarding the door while she took the man? I don't care if she did eat the food. Talking about, as Mia and Gordon would say, she'll take a man. She will take a man. Gary say Portia and Gizelle nickname was hilarious. Now I'm gonna tell you where Candace dropped the ball, because Marisol, I understand about her mama and everything, but her name should not have been Crystal Ball. Her name should have been Mini Cocktails, because that's what the hell she gonna have. Mini cocktails. She should have been Mini Cocktails. And talking about Snow Right and Snow Wrong. No, ma'am. You should have named them girls Biggie and Smalls. That's what the hell you should have named them. She dropped the ball on some of them names. And then the fact that Leah sitting up there to the table talking about she's scared of tiny penises. I say, oh my God, I didn't even know that was a fear. And how could you say something like that in public? Ain't you ashamed? How many men naked you done seen that you got a fear about the size of the man you gonna see naked? Can you stop looking at naked men, you nasty heifer? Now I see why Ramona didn't want her talking about sex and stuff. She dirty. He else say Candy. Oh, you say, I'm sorry. I was trying to get Gaby. Portia and Gizelle nickname was hilarious. I don't want to miss nobody. Vess say that was funny. Portia and Gizelle was upset. Child, Gizelle was mad about Seanitra man. I might have one. Girl, shut up. Shut up, please. Shut up, please. And anybody with a man would have been that mad about that name. Don D said, I'm willing to guess about 80% of Portia's guests believe she took that man. Yes. 80%, 100%, including her and the goddamn groom. Everybody knew. Said she should have been cocktail drinker, but they had to give her a real cool, lady boy name. I'm telling you, she should have been Miss Mini Cocktails. I'd have called her Miss Mini Cocktails. Angel say someone need to get her a banana bag stat. She do. Angel, you must be a nurse, but you sure telling the truth. Miss Thing definitely needs a banana bag, because she says she don't even drink water. I know she over there dehydrated, malnourished. She need a drip right now. He say she talking about Big Yellow talking about I might have one. Yeah, no, she ain't talking about that man. She claimed she was in Miami with some man getting knocked off or whatever. She need to stop. My thing is, anybody with a man would not have been that offended by that little name. I would have thought it was funny. DT say Liz got that keen eagle eye for the meat. Oh, talking about Leah? That's horrible. Leah shouldn't say stuff like that. Kai, you say we tickling you? I can't. You so silly. Bianca say that was funny. Candace know how to work this TV thing. I think Mama Dorothy taught her well, but she still irritates me though. Yep. She turning into Kenya and I'm not mad at it. I don't think she turning into Kenya, because she's actually witty and clever. And Kenya's not witty or clever. She's just nasty. Kai say Ramona and like two other housewives were sharing one man back and forth for years. I mean, yeah, that's pretty nasty. But were they talking about his penis in public? Because when that girl said she had a fear, I was disturbed. Then Gizelle tried to make it into a game competition. My game was more fun. Candace was like, this wasn't a game. It was just a naming ceremony. It wasn't a game at all. You didn't play a game. So how is it a competition? Now, see, then Gizelle actually in her confessional went to bringing up Michael Darby. So my thing is, so is it only a problem if Candace says something about Michael Darby, or is it anybody, or everybody can talk about him but Candace? What are we really saying? Because Gizelle sure throwed him out there. Then she went ahead and went to asking should take a man about her rumors, child. Portia was like she wasn't gonna say nothing bad about Fallon. She wasn't gonna talk about that girl. And I appreciate that. You done already took a man from her. The least you can do is not talk about her on no TV show. Now that's the least you can do. Now see, I saw that, but you can't say that on TV. I wouldn't have said that on TV, Dora. I'm glad she did either. Say after that, Portia was heated for the rest of the episode. But Portia tried it with her at that table and she got what she was looking for. He said, I'm sorry, I fight for Portia on this one. Y'all keep calling her out for finding an off-market deal. I never do it. I call her out about it, LEL, because she admitted when I heard, and then like with this thing tonight, that I watched tonight, she done switched, flip-flopped that story. She done backed that thing up, flipped it, and reversed it like Missy Elliott. Now, when she had that little tacky show, she went on Watch What Happens Live after she got caught lying, saying he was in her DM first. Then she had to tell the truth. Then she ended up saying she was in his DM because she heard that Fallon was pregnant. Now when she tell it, oh, I went in his DM after they announced they was getting a divorce. Girl, that's a whole different story than what the hell you said before with your lying tale. You heard that girl was pregnant and you went to go tell that man his wife was pregnant by the pool boy, by the hired help. And then after you did that, then y'all started going together, and then that's how that went. Don't be trying to flip it now, talking about you asked for a copy of the divorce papers and she had done signed it. Portia, use the line, the truth ain't in you. Use the line, the truth ain't in you. Now, at this point, it's all over. You know what I'm saying? The party's over. You already done got the man. In the words of Etta James, okay, the wedding is over. The rice has been thrown over your head. You done got the man. Ain't no need in lying. Ain't no need in lying. You know what it was, and you done already told what happened. So don't go back and try to rewrite it because you mad because that girl asked you about it. Don't do that because it was a rumor. Because somebody asked her and she talking about something. Well, I want Candace to tell it since she brought up the rumor. No, honey. She went on to ask you only for her to come back later and say, well, it made me uncomfortable. Girl, how uncomfortable was that girl when you went and snitched to her husband and she was hunching the pool boy? How uncomfortable was she? How the hell you gonna be out here hoeing it up, but you uncomfortable if somebody mentioned it, but you trying to chastise and castigate somebody else for making comments about a tramp like Ashley Darby? Girl, bye. Portia don't need to be trying to critique nobody else after that. You done hopped on somebody else, man, and you got a critique for anybody, ma'am. You need to be quiet. All the best hoes know how to hush. Got too many skeletons in your closet. Cass say Candace invokes Golem when needed. I don't want to hear from nobody. That's right. Not after Gizelle was spit him out her mouth. Yeah, Lily, she forgot her original story. I didn't know. Cass say Portia now says she knew him from before, but she did know him from before. And that's what I knew. And I actually said that. I was fully aware that she knew that man from before. If y'all recall, let me take you back down memory lane. Let's go back, okay? Because when she came on the show, when Fallon came on, him and Simon were associates. So we not gonna pretend like she didn't know him. She did know that man from before. Not to mention the fact, this just Atlanta gossip. Simon has owned various clubs in Atlanta. Clubs and restaurants and stuff. So all the black people with a little bit of coin knew Simon. Simon is not new to Atlanta. He ain't new to the scene, and everybody know that man. So of course Portia knew who he was, and I feel like Portia knew what kind of money that man had. And Fallon came on that show and messed around and let the truth get out that she was screwing to hide help, and Portia went on and helped her wreck her house. Angel say Gizelle and Pooch need to regroup before they come at Miss Candace again. Now, why you call that girl Pooch? Now, why you do that, Angel? Kai say she living her life. She know she just got to eat it. Right. Just go on in. Just eat that. Because everybody know you took that woman husband now. Doris said, I love how Portia try to rewrite history. She tried, but she need to hire a writer. So she locked them down now living in that beautiful mansion. That's right. You got it. I got a cousin who was a hoe like that. And her and that man been married now almost 50 years. She took that man from his wife. The woman had just gave birth to his son, and she had him go to the hospital and let her know he was leaving right after that woman gave birth, and they've been together almost 50 years now. Sometime the whole win. Sometime the whole win. And this time the whole one. But don't be trying to rewrite history and pretend like you got him on the clean because you didn't. Hey, Evelyn. Say Gizelle had to tell Ashley that Candace was talking about Golem in Thailand on camera. That's why he's suing her. I doubt he get a penny. Queen say you ain't got to lie, Porsha. In my Felicia voice. I know that's right. I'm just saying it's the lies for me. What we lying about. That's right. Back down memory lane. Okay, we got to go back down memory lane. Vet say the Miami ladies ain't give a darn. They said what they do the same. Marisol saw that rain. Yeah, Marisol, Whitney, and Heather was like, they'll take a man. They ain't got no problem taking no man. And she shouldn't either. Hell, my thing is this. If you do it, you shouldn't be uncomfortable talking about it. If you that uncomfortable talking about it, then you shouldn't have did it. You right. Portia ain't finna let no single woman in her house. As you know. Oh, yeah. I told everyone he not getting any money from Candace. Zero. Not a dime. Not a dime. Sir, everybody got the court records, the news reports, the blog reports. You around here grabbing booties and grabbing cameramen and grabbing producers. And, you know, you could forget that, Michael. I understand it hurt your feelings, but this is what it is. So after all that done went on, they talked about the show a little bit, and then they got mad at Leah. And I feel like they tried to make something out of nothing. They was trying to get $1 out of 15 cents. Oh, she say she bored. Gizelle getting all hyped up. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. How can you? I never heard it before. That's not fair. Like, girl, get all that bass out your voice sounding like Neil Carter. Just because you done ate everything in the grocery store, girl, give me a break. First of all, you mad because Leah hurried up and made up with Heather and didn't fight that girl for you because you wanted to pick on the fat girl. And you need to chill out because you one Reese's Pieces away from her same dress size. She needs to stop. Okay? She need to stop. So she was like, she said it's a loop. It's a script. She keep talking about it over and over. And from what production was showing, Leah has had a lot to say about this same story over and over and over. She talking about order shots. Y'all get drunk. I'm bored. Marisol tried to jump in it, talking about, you say her story is boring. She said, I said I'm bored. Well, that mean the same thing. And she was like, girl, your stomach hurting. Don't be trying to transfer that to me. Leah got a mouth on her. I don't really know her because I haven't watched New York in a while. But Leah is funny. Gizelle steady trying to pick a fight. Porsha mouth open. Child, little Leah and Candace get up to go to the bathroom. Child, Gizelle get up, bending over, doing some weird pelvic thrust situation. And Porsha talking about you getting air up in that thing. I'm like, ew, just disgusting. But whatever. That's Porsha. Then they went to complaining, mainly Gizelle, about the evening. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. Marisol had to go talk to somebody about her stomach. Candace come out with the lady boys, they performing. Then the girls get up and dance with the lady boys, they having a good time. Gizelle say, that's when Gizelle is like, well, Candace is a responder. She don't never be the one to be mean first. I said, stop right there. I know good and well Gizelle ain't sit up here and say that about Candace. The way y'all try to pretend like this girl is such a menace. She's always doing something. She's so terrible. Oh, Candace, your mouth. So you mean to tell me you could fix your mouth to say that this girl is usually only responding to what y'all do to her? So you're admitting that y'all do stuff to her and then complain about how she responds? That's what she admit. That's what I heard. She admitted to that. She admitted to it. Right, Kai, she let that slip, honey. Miss Thing said the quiet part out loud. Okay. You say you heard her say I made him email the divorce papers and it wasn't finalized yet. That's all. She lying. You ain't asked that man to finalize to send you nothing. You knew what was going on because you the one snitched on that girl with your lying tail. I said, oh my God. So Gizelle can finally admit that y'all sit up and poke and prod with that girl and then cry about how she responded. How you, Kai said Gizelle lets us know that they are gaslighting Candace and a good chunk of the viewers with sense. Right. But the problem is the viewers that go along with that mess, they deserve to be gaslit. They deserve to be gaslit, especially when you watching it play out. How the hell do you believe what somebody say when you should really be believing your eyes? Don D said, I peeped that too. She admitting they start with that girl. Yes. Mr. James said Gizelle called herself giving Porsha the tea on Candace, but she actually told on herself. Sure did. Yes, she did. And I noticed that the Salt Lake City girls and New York and whatever, they was congratulating Candace, and all I heard from Porsha and Gizelle was hate, 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 hate. That's all I heard. They was hating on that girl so bad, talking about some, well, I mean, she performed in Thailand. It was only for X amount of people. Girl, but where did you perform at, though? I'm going to wait right here. She looked like a loofah. And both of y'all look like y'all been over there eating everything. The fact that you ordered KFC while you in Thailand, that explains why that booty need a license plate, Porsha. See, I'm not one of them people gonna hate on you and start screaming BBL. That ain't no BBL. That's called grease. That's called chicken and ribs. That's called chitlins and hog maws. That's called greens with fat back in it and strychnine. That's called bacon fat in all your vegetables. That's what that's called. You might want to chill out before somebody have to vacuum you. So then you got Alexia planning for the yacht party. Mara saw the man talking about a hot tub. She thought the man said hot sake. Talking about maybe I should drink that for my stomach because you told me to eat rice, and that is boiled rice. Child, stop it. Right. Not everybody want to say the truth. Everybody want to say the truth now. Yeah, that singing at the Heat game was bad. Angel say Pepsi down bad for Porsha. He sure will. Boy, Pepsi over there trying to size that thing up and see if he might be able to jump on it, or do he need a trampoline to jump on it? He trying to figure it out. He doing the math. He trying to carry the one. Lily say fat back meat and it's good. Yeah, greasy too. Yes. Yeah, when you sit up there and eat all them good groceries and biscuits and 30-weight gravy and stuff, sometimes you have to get vacuumed out when you on TV. See, the rest of us girls can eat like that because we're not on TV. She be on TV. You understand? She's a public figure. Yvette say Gizelle secretly like Candace coming for Porsha because that's the one lady Gizelle knows not to come for. I don't know if she secretly liked that, Yvette. I don't know, because I feel like her and Porsha came in with a game plan and Candace was the game changer. Q flavor. Some of y'all know what I mean. Don D say Porsha performed a whole performance in front of millions with her and the Simon fiasco. Ooh. Y'all too hard on the hoes. I ain't trying to be hard on the hoe, but I'm just saying, like, if you did what you did, just keep it real. Yeah. Pepsi trying to carry the one. Pepsi saying, like, if I move the decimal point 3 places, yeah, TV add a little meat. That's why I say she might have to get vacuumed out, because in real life, Porsha looks great. But you know, you on that television, you know what I'm saying? She gonna have to lay off the KFC with the coleslaw and the biscuits and the mashed potatoes and the gravy. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about her because she looks fabulous. She darn sure look better than me, but she might want to ease up off that KFC is all I'm saying. Then you got the fat girl in there trying to rub some bronzer on that cottage cheese, talking about she might give Porsha a run for her money. Girl, not unless you run out in front of a moving train. Ain't nothing about you on Porsha level, okay? Now I feel bad for you, Chubbo, but don't play yourself. She literally sitting over there looking like her leg looked like a cellophane bag full of reclaimed grease. Ain't nothing about that look like that look like that black girl. Now she need to stop that. She need to stop that. That don't make no sense. Up there, you trying to rub some self tanner or bronzer or something on that bag of squishy meat. That ain't even meat. Look like, you know how your mama used to catch the reclaimed grease after they fried chicken and fish and stuff, and they pour it in them old Crisco cans. It looked like somebody just poured it in a bag and mashed it round until it started to congeal. That didn't look healthy. That ain't look healthy. I feel like she need to go and drink water, lots of water, and flush that out. But she played herself. She played herself. Yeah, they already had, you know, a little bond. I'm just keeping it real about this about little Chubby now. Chubby need to stop playing. Heather is a lie. Portia's attractive. Yeah, Heather, now I feel bad for you, but don't go that far. Don't go that far. That's too far to go, little Heather. Or Big Heather, however you want to put it. Mr. James said it looked like freezer burned meat to me. I ain't never seen no meat just mush around like that. That don't look right. That meat looked like it went bad. Something went bad there. But she tried it. I was like, Lord have mercy. Then she go down to breakfast. She down there by herself. And she, you know, being funny and sarcastic, or maybe I should say facetious, talking about thank y'all for inviting me down. Maybe they was trying to tell you to skip breakfast, baby. Maybe they was. Maybe they heard you in there comparing yourself to Porsha and said maybe you just need to skip breakfast. Because see, something has to be said for the fact that we carry our weight different, man. You know what I'm saying? That them girls can't carry, you know, that's not beef on them. That ain't beef. That's lard, and it's different. You're not cornbread fed. She looked like she been drinking pork sodas. There's a difference. And somebody need to break that down for her. That it don't look the same. Now, y'all don't look like we look when we put on a little extra. When we put on a little extra, you know, it'll make them boys chase you. You put on a little extra, you're going to have to chase them boys. There's a difference now. That's all I'm saying, Heather. I don't want to get you. But now, come on. Candace in there teaching Pepsi what tea mean. And he getting all into it, too. You could tell Pepsi having the time of his life. He learning slang and gossip. He get to watch Portia booty bounce around the house. He up here laughing at Gizelle, making faces and funny noises and stuff. So, you know, Pepsi is living his life. Then Gizelle go run to Whitney to talk about Leah. Still trying to make an issue because the girl say she bored. Like, child, leave that girl alone. Pepsi going roll with him to the boat and roll back, you know. Portia over there trying to get Marisol to talk trash about Leah and say Leah insulted Candace's event. And I'm like, she insulted Candace's event, girl. So did you, and so did Gizelle. So what's the darn difference if Leah said she was bored? What's the difference? I'm sorry, Lily. I ain't know. I'm going to quit clowning. Y'all know I just be talking. Yes, pork soda with a bacon on the side. DM Rock say Heather was wrong to try to make Leah drink and mess up her sobriety. I think she just told a bad joke, DM Rocks. Because we didn't see her try to hand her no drink. We didn't see that. We saw her tell a bad joke. LEL say, not at all. They be McDonald's and casserole fed. It's the difference. Yes, God. Listen, collards and cornbread hit different than a drive-thru. That's just the real. You say Leah be done jumped on Gizelle? Yeah, she might. And her complexion is the actual one, not the counterfeit. So she might actually get away with it. But you ain't heard that from me. So then they get on the boat and then the mojitos, and Gizelle like, I brought that here. She was like, well, can we share it? You know, so they went through that. All of them picking on Candace's hat. Like, child, leave it alone. She gonna wear her straw hat. I wear me a big old straw hat, and I don't be caring how nobody feel about it. Portia steady picking on Leah, asking her if she want to leave when Pepsi leave. Gizelle picking on Leah, talking about I guess we a bunch of drunk monkeys. And girl, shut up. Most of the people there ain't even black. What is you talking about, drunk monkeys? Then you got Marisol. You know, the girl was like, Marisol, you text me talking about something. I support your sobriety, but you know, I wish we could drink together. I still want to drink with you. Then you got Alexia jumping in like Marisol can't talk for herself. If she's so drunk she can't talk, then maybe she need to stay out the mess. Then she went to telling all Marisol business about her having to drink every 4 hours or her stomach hurt. I'm like, God dang. So then you got Porsha taunting this girl, talking about Leah. Oh, now you a victim. And after everybody just jumped on this girl. How the hell is she not a victim, Porsha? All y'all just sat up here and gave this girl the bum's rush. I ain't seen nobody get bum rush like that in a long time. It was a pile on. Now the girl, Marisol, jumped up to go make her own drink. Leah got up to go to the bathroom. Candace was like, look, she apologized and y'all harping on this too much. And it basically call them bullies because that's what the hell they doing. They pile on that girl and bullied on that girl. She went to go to the bathroom, came back, said, y'all done started my period. I need a tampon. And, you know, Porsha still being nasty. And I'm like, Porsha, the girl ain't called your name. So why you being the nastiest person there? What's your problem? It was a lot for me, y'all. It was a lot for me. The way they just pile on. I don't like nobody to get picked on if y'all ain't noticed. When I see people just gang up on somebody, that'll make me automatically peep game. I don't like that stuff. But anyway, she went ahead and went and got in the hot tub. Candace started crying because she was like, I've been having anxiety every day, calling my mama, wishing I could go home. You know, I'm just yesterday, first day, I didn't feel like that. And she was like, and it ain't cool that y'all picking on this girl. She said, I've been feeling all that and holding stuff in, and it's not cool. Y'all picking on her for expressing herself. Like, this is some bull crap. And then Porsha tried that mess. She tried it. They up there still complaining about the name she gave them when they was playing a little shady, petty game. Like, what's the big deal? So I was just glad that Candace stood her ground. Like, girl, you came over here thinking you was finna question me. Talking about, no, because you shed a tear, so I just came. No, you came thinking that you was going to bully that girl. She not scared of your big tail. Now, she just not, Porsha. And so Porsha going to get up and walk off and come back or whatever. Child, the girl is not scared of you. Let it go. And they basically, in my opinion, they was mad because Candace stuck up for Leah. Period. And then that was just that on that. Then the big girl, Heather, she confessed that she be feeding drinks to her alcoholic friends. If they say they want to drink, she sneak them drinks and then admitted that she got a bunch of shortcomings and she be enabling her bad friends. If they want to talk to Dr. Kevorkian, she called them. That's what she say. Okay. So then they go inside. The two Cuban ladies, they got Cuban sandwiches and little fans. They, you know, fun game, something fun. And as soon as everybody having fun, Gizelle got to make it not fun. Like, oh, let's stop the game. Yeah, I heard y'all pinky promise y'all wasn't going to talk about y'all problems in front of the camera. Girl, this stuff don't age well at all. You didn't call out your mannish friend for not talking about her stuff in front of the camera. Why are you harassing these poor girls? What the hell is wrong with you? And they went to talking. And it was like, look, we just moved on and we want to let it go. Child, they wasn't going to let that go. They made sure them girls fought. And then they went to telling everything that the little skinny cousin said about the fat one. Basically picking on her where your name ain't off the roll. So that means you supporting them. The girl already being shunned because she writing a book about them, already being sued because of that. And you going to admit that it took you 15 years and lawyers to get your name off the roll. But you picking on her because her name ain't off the road quick enough. Like, and I was glad Porsha called that out too. It was like, girl, you not being honest. Hey, Rhonda. See, but this is my problem. It don't matter what she did on that show. She's not doing anything to them on this show. That's where y'all be getting me twisted at. I don't care what you did at another time. What are you doing right now? And what she doing right now on that show, it ain't enough for them, for all of them people to pile up and attack her. I don't like it. It's never cool. You need to respond to people based on what they are doing. If your preconceived notion of that person is that bad, then you don't need to go on a trip with that person. Mistreating somebody because of what you see them do with somebody else is never okay. I can't ever co-sign that type of stuff. It's all, for me, it's always based on what you're doing right now in the moment, not what you did yesterday or my perception of you. My perception ain't gonna never change reality. In that moment, in reality, that girl wasn't doing anything, and they were ganging up on her and they were picking on her, is what they were doing. So back to these cousins, Biggie and Smalls. So they up here bickering, all that came out, and then the skinny one went to crying, and basically it came back to I'm really mad because when I wanted you to lie for me, you wouldn't lie for me. But you back up Jen Shaw. So the girl was like, what they got to do with anything? Like, the girl, Jen Shaw, ain't never asked me to lie for her. And I ain't support her doing no criminal activity. She told me she didn't do it. Excuse me, y'all. Then if that wasn't enough, then she brings up the black eye. Oh, she punched her in the eye. She punched her in the eye. Now that's when Porsha really called her on it, because she was like, you got us thinking the girl punched her in the eye, but you done left out the fact that they were drunk and running through the house. You don't know what happened to that girl's eye. And I believe at this point that the big girl is telling the truth. They was drunk running through a house. How the hell she know what happened to her eye? She literally talking about she got theories. She don't know what happened to her eye. And the fact that Gizelle talking about, well, I'm telling you, I'm going to just tell people she hit you in the eye. Suntan Barbie figured it out. I'm going to just say, what do you mean I'm going to just say? If somebody's telling you that that's not what happened, I'm not saying that about nobody. And then you hear the story of what happened, even from the girl who trying to push the lie, that these ladies was drunk and running through the house. And it wasn't just her and Jen Shaw, and somebody else. They all running through the house drunk. And then for Gizelle to say, well, I'm telling you, I'm going to just say that. That's what I'm going to say. How dare you? Gizelle is so blatant with lying on people. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it was so funny because then she up here wanting to show pictures and Porsha on one side, Gizelle on the other, working the girl over, trying to make her show pictures because they really want to be nasty and messy. Marisol, like, look, if you want to move forward with your cousin, that you don't really need to be doing that. Candace out there telling them, like, girl, Gizelle lives to lie because she a raggedy hoe. Child, Leah jumps up. She finna go tell Gizelle, like, you act like me saying I'm bored is the worst thing in the world, but you making accusations against this girl's husband? And Candace came in there and told her, yep, that's exactly what it was. As soon as they got into it, all the Clear girls took off running. I say, and that's what the hell y'all get. Y'all done started all that loud, aggressive, negress behavior and scared all them Clear women, and they ran the hell up out of there, as they should have. I don't blame them. Then, on the way back, you got Porsha in the darn van with them women talking about, oh, I was thinking this yacht party was going to be fun. This wasn't fun. How dare you sit up and talk about the yacht party wasn't fun, and you're one of the reasons why ain't nobody had no fun. Even when the ladies was having fun, your partner in crime sat there and stopped the fun to try to start mess. That was too much. She literally helped ruin them people event and had the nerve to say, I thought it was going to be fun. It wasn't fun. Trifling hooker. Then Gizelle still pushing that narrative. I guess she stayed true to what she said she was going to do, which is lie on that girl. Instead of talking about, why would she cover up for her punching her in the eye? Was she paying her bills? Was she doing this? Like, girl, you sound stupid. Everybody heard what happened, even from the girl making the accusation. So the fact that you keep saying that is ridiculous. And then we get Candace telling Leah, don't take Gizelle personal because she's miserable. And that Portia's life is a cluster you know what, on TV. So I said, oh my, this show so far in the first 3 episodes has really, really, really been an eye-opener. I didn't think this is what it was going to be. I did not. And I don't know the Salt Lake City people. I don't know the Miami people. I don't know the girl from New York because, like I said, I haven't watched New York in a very, very long time. Very long time. But just judging by the behaviors that are there, Marisol need to quit drinking. Miss Many Cocktails need to quit drinking. Alexia need to give us a break talking about your ex-husband who had a boyfriend and he died on top of him. little Whitney girl, you need to quit lying on your cousin. If you that mad because she didn't help you lie on somebody, then just don't talk to her no more. Don't be making up stories on people. And I'm still stuck on the fact that Gizelle finally admitted that they sit up and pick with that girl, and all she's ever doing is responding. I'm still stuck, Kai, that she admitted that.
Very stuck.
She admitted it. I heard her.
But people still making excuses, but it's just like, y'all, for several seasons now, at the reunion, are acting like she has the worst mouth of all. For you to turn around and say, she's not really mean like that. She's not an instigator, which means also that means a lot of your castmates are instigators, since you guys like to act like she has a problem with everyone, which really she's only really ever had a problem with, obviously, the Monique fight, and Ashley. She really hasn't had a problem with anyone else, but everyone's always talking about her mouth.
But you know what it is, though? It's the fact that she was having to try to explain herself to Porsha, because her and Porsha came in there with an agenda, and she was trying to explain to Porsha, like, girl, I don't know why that happened to you, because she don't normally do that. She normally wait and just respond to what you do. They were thinking they were gonna get their lick off first, and Candace got her lick off because she peeped that Porsha was messing with her from the night before, because she told her, girl, I ain't grew into nothing. I said what I meant to say, and it hit like I wanted it to hit.
And that is accountability. But people say that's accountability, okay? I said what I said, and I meant it. If I wanted to apologize for it, I would.
Right. But she meant that, and she made a very good point. Just because you have a child and somebody else doesn't, it doesn't mean that you can say nasty stuff to them and say, oh, it's because you don't have a baby.
Which is what Ashley does.
And that's exactly what she was doing.
Actually stayed trying to bring mess to somebody, and well, me and Michael, or you're not a mother. I'm like, get out of my face.
Thank you. And I feel like, first of all, now I wasn't with Candace with that reverse mom shaming. No, that wasn't no reverse mom shaming. That's just a heifer being nasty and taking shots at you because you haven't reproduced yet. Now, if we being honest, mosquitoes reproduce. It ain't nothing to write home about.
And also because Ashley don't want to talk about how she had to hurry up and reproduce. So please stop with your mother name, your mother journey.
Mm-hmm.
But we will not forget that you start popping out these children after you thought Michael might get in the clink clink.
Oh, look what Miss Toby said, Kai. I did catch that when Leah called her neck.
Oh, I love the Leah has her issues, but that was hilarious to me because I like the way she did it. She rolled the neck. It was he embodied it quite well.
It was funny. I guess that was her way of saying, oh, I know Candace calls you Nick. Oh, I know that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, that was funny.
It's kind of interesting how this was filmed, because obviously for a lot of the shows, it was filmed quite a bit before the reunion, and none of the ladies were able to watch the show. But all the confessionals are like quite a bit after the reunions were filmed. So it's quite interesting to watch how that will play out.
Oh, yes.
So that's why now Leah knows the next part, because now it's airing now. It was airing at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like people are like, oh, like we like Gizelle's doing with new women, but to me, it just shows how stale she is, because she could have came on here and really just been fun and maybe every once in a while stirred up some mess. But you come here and you're seeing this beautiful
immediately
home,
on the attack and trying to make people fight.
And it's just like, and that part to me is just kind of like, with the Carlos King, oh, she's my friend, she's a fun time. Any other person I hear who comes around, who's from that area, who went to that church and all that kind of stuff, even the best friend, has all talked about how Gizelle is mean, and what you see on TV is how she is in real life. And I'm like, girl, you could have shown a different side of yourself here.
Okay. Sin City from NOLA, thank you so much for the Cash App, sis. I appreciate that. But yeah, like Gizelle is just a nasty piece of work now. Nasty. DM Rock say, what was the noise that Gizelle was making at the elephant sanctuary? Child, the noise of a deranged orangutan, because something's really wrong with her. Something is really wrong with Gizelle, for real. She walked in the door trying to make people fight. And it really made her look like a child.
But also, you just don't know how to have fun, and you're not a girl's girl. Like, ugh.
Yeah, everybody was literally trying to have a good time. And see, Porsha know how to have a good time. She'll just fall in with whatever good time is happening. But Gizelle want to be nasty, and she trying to be the amen corner instead of just having a good time with the people that's there. Like, who asked you for that? I don't know. I just think it was a lot. DM Rock said it was nasty. Yes, I said that. I had to quit talking about that because I started gagging. I can't. That was disgusting. Ugh. In her. I'm good. I'm good on that. But it was just, it's a mess. I feel like I still want to know what's going on with Gizelle trying to call this girl a thief when you know everybody in her house got more money than you. Like,
wait,
that's
I'm just surprised. Who's she calling a thief?
She was trying to call Candace a thief. That's what's coming up next.
Oh my God! When? Where? Oh, was it in the preview?
Yep, in the preview.
Because I was listening to a podcast of you know me, my podcast. It was an old conversation. Someone was talking about the colorism versus classism on Potomac, and someone was just like, "Well, Kent is really classist." I'm just like, classist and colorism go hand in hand as well, which is why Gizelle has had a history on the show of talking about how the dark skinned women are always jealous of someone else. Wendy is jealous of Miss Mia. Candace is so jealous of Ashley. And then, she, calling, what did she call? She called Monique a few names here and there. And so to me, we want to come here now and say she's a thief and that you lied for her on what? For what?
Yeah, that's not nice.
And so that means you are coming here again, starting tomorrow.
I want to see what it's about because Gizelle is just a nasty piece of work. She came in with a clear agenda. She decided, okay, we're going to pick on the fat girl. Leah threw a monkey wrench in it because she was like, look, I forgive you. Let's just move on. I'm not holding on to that. So, okay, now we're going to all dog pile on Leah. Then when Candace stuck up for her, now they over there mad at Candace, big and bigger over there pissed off with Candace. Candace know how to stick up for herself. So I feel like now Candace is going to be the target because she wouldn't help them and wouldn't sit quiet while they attacked other people.
Yeah, because that is kind of interesting. I think it also has a hand in that Candace said, the Chris stuff, and these are women who are not on her cast who are vocally saying, "What did you do?"
Yep.
Because I feel like when we see the past season, Robin and her little good cop or whatever, but since because people keep saying Candace dragged this out because Candace actually didn't really talk about it a lot, they really didn't get a lot of the women's opinions on it, and they also didn't really come out and like really just like forsake Gizelle for it. So I also think it's a tactic because she's like, "Oh, Candace, you're not gonna come here and get these women on me."
Well, it's too late for that. It's a little too late for that. But now she's gonna really target this girl because she was already a target because her and Porsha clearly had an agenda when it came to Candace.
Okay.
But now it's like, we going after you. We're gonna call you a thief and everything.
The fact that Porsha wants to, regardless of whose side you're on or if you're in the middle or not, the fact that Porsha wants to come here and act like she don't know why people thought her and Candace would have an issue, I'm like, girl, you're starting already.
Yep.
Because then it makes it seem like if people don't really know what's going on, oh, why is she just acting that way? Which I think I will give this to Candace that generally though, if it's for the greater good of the show, she can be cordial, but it's going to come up. And so the fact that Porsha now was act surprised that someone's bringing this up, and girl, that's the reason why you didn't want to go back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that your own show got cut down by 2 episodes, and you were on the internet, on Instagram and Twitter, talking about how this is just a show and it's not real when you were acting a fool in your own show. Now you want to pretend like you didn't think anyone's going to ask you these questions.
Well, she probably thought nobody would have the nerve to ask her those questions. And if we're going to be honest, if she hadn't bothered Candace the night before, she might not have got asked that at dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? Remember the song
Mhm.
After the Morning After, okay? And after the night before. See,
Mhm.
the night before, she went bothering Candace for no reason. She didn't need you to rationalize and explain nothing for her and tell her what she was thinking and make her be quiet so you could say what she was thinking. And you got mad because that girl knows how to express herself and she doesn't need you talking for her. Portia, you can barely talk for yourself, sugar. Don't try to talk for anybody else. I love that Candace was like, no, I said what I said. I meant what I said. It hit like I meant for it to hit. It was intended exactly that way. Okay, well, then you just nasty. You know, you need to mind your business. What's nasty is going and snitching on a woman and laying up with her husband after you done hung around with her and went swimming in her pool. Now that's nasty.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You're saying, Heffa, keep it quiet, keep it mute, and keep it cute.
Right, because she should, hey, boo, what's up, girl? This the thing. You shouldn't have no critiques for nobody. You have literally lived the life of the whole Babylon, and you on here trying to critique tones of voices and who shouldn't say they're bored and who should do this. And ma'am, you not, who are you? When did you become the moral authority? And Portia Williams, can you spell moral or authority? Can we go back there first?
Right. And then she wanted to be like, because no, Candace like, I can't remember if it was that at the table where she was trying to speak for Candace, or if it's on the yacht with her trying to walk and trying to act like she was there, but really were trying to instigate a situation.
Uh-huh.
Um, when Candace like, I thought you were just projecting on me, and she's like, see, that's just a buzzword. And Candace was like, a buzzword?
That ain't no
Girl.
buzzword. That is projection. If that's how you act when you have anxiety, you don't get to tell somebody else how to act when they have anxiety. Again, spell anxiety, Portia. I'm going to need you to spell it first. Spell projection first. Let's do that first. Right, Lily. Portia thought Candace was going to be scared. She tried to pull that big black girl bully bull crap. Girl, you are not in South DeKalb no more. Okay? You're around people that will put you in jail. Mr. James say that was so disrespectful. Like, girl, I just met you. How you gonna tell me about me? Right. Like, what the hell you think this is?
Especially over a heifer who would, if Ashley was around, if Ashley and Portia were on the same show.
Mm-hmm.
So please
It would
no.
be a mess. And then furthermore, what was very interesting to me, and I don't know whether it really struck you, but let me know if it did.
Okay.
The fact that every one of them clear women and clear adjacent women got up and left when those three black women got into it, like they were not there for that black girl bully bull crap. Them women ran the hell up out of there, went to
Well,
the
yes.
and started partying on that boat.
Especially with when no Leah came and said her piece about what Gizelle had did, and Candace was like, yeah, like, which also disgusts me. Gizelle, either you're smart or you're dumb. Because the fact that
Mm-hmm.
you keep saying, I did not say that, I did not say that, like we don't know what metaphors and similes and all these other literary terms and techniques are. You're acting like you have to say the thing for people to know what you're saying. It's irritating.
Now
And so
you
you see,
know. Now you know Portia's not that advanced now.
okay, well, I'm talking about Gizelle, okay? I didn't even factor
We
in
know
Portia on this one.
Gizelle is not that advanced. Now come on.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Tell it like it is.
But they're like, ooh, it's getting nasty when she's like, you trying to make my husband like Michael Darby. And they got, ooh, Michael Darby, the one who cheats on Ashley. Oh, oh,
Baby,
girl.
they jumped up and ran out of that room. They say, we're not gonna be here for this big big black girl, Nell Carter, give me a break. Hey, moment. Them girls got the hell up out of there, and I don't blame them. I'd have ran too. They went right up there and went to drinking and hanging out and laying out in the sun. They was like, They were not about to go through that chicken fried, gravy covered mess that was going on in that cabin.
Now, why you like this? Chicken burger.
Chicken fried, gravy covered mess that was going on in that cabin. That was some ignorant, countrified, Negroid mess. That was a hot mess that went on. And I don't blame them women for leaving. They should have ran.
Ran for the
They
hill.
took off. That I'm telling you, that's the other reason that Gizelle is about to target the hell out of Candace, because her plan blew up in her face. Instead of her causing them to fight, she ended up looking like the bully she was, and everybody ran from her. Because she thought she was going to bully those women into playing things her way. That's what she thought.
And she also thought Portia would be enough of a shield. Because, okay, I don't do Portia, but she can have her fun moments. And on this show that's not centered around her life being a mess, she can be fun. And so I feel like she also thought, I can do my mess. At least I have my partner in crime. She can cover me with her little KFC laughs and whatnot.
But see, this is the thing. Portia being there was supposed to help her be able to bully. See, Robin ain't much of a bully. Robin,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Robin looked like alfalfa. Ain't nobody scared of that dude at all. Easy, big fella. That's all Robin gonna get. But Portia got a reputation for jumping on people. She ready to pile drive people. She jumping off the top turnbuckle. She doing Superman punches, fireman carries. You know, she's in the WWF. So she's like, yeah, I got muscle now. Girl, now I'm really gonna bully.
Oh, I can see that for
That's what I said Candace should do. Right now. Okay, I said this earlier, but Kai, me and you, we together. We see each other. If Candace take off right now and start running 100-yard dash, you think Portia can catch her?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Portia... It looks like a lot of effort for Portia to walk around. So, no.
That's a lot of rump behind Portia. Now, you know, it might be cute on her, but that's heavy.
It's effort. It's a daily life struggle.
You ain't lying. That's a lot of rump back there. That's a lot of you got to get all that rump in motion. You need centrifugal force to propel that kind of rump.
Yes.
She need a good 5 minutes to get that thing going.
To warm up?
Yes. Pepsi gonna be done jumped on it.
See,
Pepsi was just back there watching that booty jumping and shaking and percolating, and he was over there just contemplating his whole life in Thailand.
I know. Sometimes that rump it's like its own music video going on back there.
Yes. She got her own drums. Like she did that thing on social media. She up there, they're gonna play Hoochie Mama Doom 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 Doom. I say, yep, there you go. Her booty was playing them drums. Mm-hmm.
See, okay. Here's another theory of mine. I do think Gizelle might have. Well, okay, some people are entertained by this Gizelle mess. Obviously, most of us here are not part of that. Right. But for us, I think Gizelle messed up here in the sense of maybe relying on Portia being her ace. But Portia can only go so far because Portia don't want them replaying what happened on her show.
Well, that plus the fact Portia know that she can't be causing that man them kind of problems.
Yes.
This man lose.
So I think she's gonna do her little doo, but I don't think she's gonna get, because we do know Portia is quick to get to that level. I think Portia does have to have I don't know how much effort Portia had to have to keep it on cute here, because girl, they don't ran you off your own show. You don't want to go back to Atlanta to deal with that. You got the man who's like, you better not do this again, because that his face when he was holding you down on your show.
You could tell he was over it.
It's like you got one more chance, girl. So I feel like Gizelle's like she maybe relied a little too heavily on that, and you still have Portia's Giselle.
What Gizelle is relying on is Portia's reputation to scare those ladies, and if we gonna be honest, a lot of people do get intimidated by Black women being loud and even behaving aggressive, because they don't see us as human like that. You know that, mm-hmm. Right? So she was counting on that big Black girl stereotype to intimidate those ladies and bully them into doing what she wanted them to do. Gizelle is not just a colorist. Gizelle is dangerous.
The drunk, look, we're drunk monkey. I'm like, girl, the one who doesn't want to understand color, so is now trying to do a race whistle. Absolutely not.
And I'm like in a room full of mostly clear women. What the hell is you talking about?
I'm like, I've been around people who don't drink. Like, can y'all drink for me? I can't do it tonight. Can y'all act fools for me to be entertained? That is not something crazy out of this world for someone to say. Like, please, and y'all are on a trip.
What
Please
she was
get away
doing
with
was
this.
being funny as hell because I know I was tired of hearing about her and her ex with the man and the boyfriend, and he was bisexual. It's enough.
It has been a very strong storyline for her for the last couple of years, I will
Lord,
say.
LEL say Portia got to haul the rope to get it started. Candace would have been gone and in hiding. Yep, it ain't no way in hell she could have caught that girl. Hey, who said that? Say, hey, I ain't watched the show. Y'all got me laughing. I'm just saying, all Candace got to do is take off running. She ain't even got to run far. I don't think. Say Portia put it on him and he forgot about Portia craziness. Yeah, he forgot, but I believe Simon done told her don't be on that TV fighting. I believe that now. Bianca say, and my issue with Candace is she talk that mess in folks' face. Don't run, then holler. Let her have to replace Portia with Monique. Candace better move strategically. Now, Portia came over there and got in that girl's space, Bianca. She had
Yeah.
every right to tell her, you projecting, you came over here trying to, do your thing and question me, and you projecting. She was supposed to tell her just that. And if that Bigfoot heifer start trying to whoop on that little T19 woman, she need to run from her until Portia burn about 11 calories.
And also, let's us remind ourselves that Portia was the one who said that they do little shade, they don't do nothing, and yet, well, the next thing you still crying about it.
Yes, over should take a man. Girl, you do take men. Hush. You could do it, but we can't talk about it. Girl, bye. Now that's entertainment. You over here snatching men. It is what it is. You a pretty girl. Fallon slept with the pool boy, and you slid on in there and told her business and took that man. Now that's what you did. I don't understand what's the problem in talking about it. Am I
Oh,
tripping?
no. She knew. Well, you know what? She might have thought no one's going to say it because the only person who she would think would say it is Gizelle. And since Gizelle's supposed to be her BFF on this trip, she might have thought she was safe.
All she had to do was leave Candace alone.
We know this, but which also I'm like, since she was so invested in Potomac, I mean, she should have saw season 6 when people thought Candace was supposed to learn her lesson, and then when Mia started messing with her and she put her in her place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why you would thought you would come here and she's supposed to be all this scared, because like literally, if you don't like Candace, literally her reputation is she don't learn her lesson. So I don't know why you thought you would come to her and you thought she would cower to you when literally people are saying she don't learn her lesson.
Because they think everybody, Portia be thinking people just gonna be scared of her. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That ain't right. So I'm not tripping. It is silly. How if you bold enough to take somebody, man, baby, you should be perfectly fine talking about it. Just like, listen, Marisol and Heather and them was like, child, and Whitney, I take somebody, man. Marisol talking about that ring was big. I'd have took it. I understand it. My thing is, if you big enough to do it, be big enough to talk about it.
Well, I mean, but let's also like Whitney has taken a man. That's her whole story. That's her whole stick. That's why she had to leave the Mormon church.
I ain't mad at her. At least she owns it. At least she owns it. At least she's not running around making up alternative facts. Talking about, I said something only after they announced the divorce. And then I was in his inbox and, I asked him to email me a copy of the divorce and she had signed it, but it wasn't final. It was just on the judge that, girl, if you don't stop that line, you took that woman's man. That's what you did. Should take a man. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah, Whitney's done it. Marisol probably would, but I don't know, because the whole thing with her was like, her mom was like, this like femme fatale in Miami before Miami was Miami within the Latinx community there. So I think she might have, but everyone else, finds a way to get one who's not attached to anyone, thankfully. But yeah, I'm like, girl, you did it. Just do it. Just be peach juice and keep it moving.
Yep, be peach juice. Work, just focus on being pretty, wearing nice wigs and cute outfits,
and playing.
Showing off your rump, and do your thing. Now we know who you are. That's it.
Yeah, she a little salty because because I know you don't watch What Happens Live, and
Mm-mm.
I didn't give them my view. Um, but when I think he asked her about the wedding or something like that, I said, "Well, you would have known if you would have filmed it." I was like, "Oh, girl,"
Oh,
because they were hot with her with what she did with the show. So they weren't they weren't filming the wedding.
I mean, I feel like she got more money from Time Magazine she the guy from Bravo, girl.
I know, but I was just like, "Why would that's it?" I just that piqued my ear. I was like, "What is this?"
I guess she say, no, you don't get to ask me about it, honey, because y'all wasn't a part of that. And since you wasn't a part of that, because what I think happened was, I believe they were in talks for a wedding special because that's what I had heard through the grapevine. They were in talks for a wedding special, like they did the special for her when she was giving birth to
Yeah,
PJ. And I don't know what happened, how it didn't come through, but they were talking about that is what the people were saying. I
I see.
I think that's why she hit him with that hip shot. If y'all had filmed it, you wouldn't have to ask.
Mm.
Y'all ain't
I think
followed
it's
through
just
with that
context,
deal.
though.
Yeah, y'all ain't followed through with that deal, so don't ask me about it.
Now, what else happened there? Obviously, Giselle was talking about Candace and like she don't know what Candace's issue is or whatever else. We haven't talked about the cousins. Okay. I did not like Heather. Obviously, you don't watch Salt Lake, and I haven't watched Salt Lake this season. I watched the first two seasons. Heather rubbed me the wrong way because she said something about black men. And I said, "Oh, I know what kind of white woman you are." But I get people being upset with like how they're not knowing the story, but I'm also if she was drunk and it happened, she might not really know. Regardless, though, it
I
is
believe
very
she didn't
stupid.
know if they said they was all, and the girl who made her, who's putting this out there about her, is saying that it was her and two other women drunk running through the house. You say, and then she said she didn't hear no scuffle. So if they wasn't scuffling a fight and they drunk running around, why would you assume somebody punched her in the eye?
Like
That's
intentionally
wrong.
did it. Yeah. And it's just like and like Whitney's whole thing is it's like she was like going through some journey and going through some trauma, but she never said what the trauma was. She's very much so like victim me. I want all the attention on me, but she likes to stir up drama. When she stirs up drama, she wants to pretend like she's a little girl. Because if you gonna tell this lie, you gonna tell this rumor about someone, and you can't stand on it by yourself, and you get mad at me because the cousin you found
Yeah,
out through a DNA ancestry, they didn't grow up together. DNA ancestry test because y'all are fundies and y'all are all related somehow, some way. Because I didn't want to repeat it because I thought it was stupid, and now all of a sudden I don't stick up for you as much. Get out of my face with this, and then for you to turn
yeah,
around
I
and say
think
you did
that.
this for TV.
Cause I ain't never watched not one full episode of Salt Lake City because
No.
they wore the hell out of me. But from what I can see, and when that young lady was put on the spot in question, she was just flat out mad because you didn't help me lie on somebody. That's what I got. And because the girl didn't want to help her lie, now you making up stuff, you saying stuff about her, or your name's still on the road. Then you turn around and admit it took you 15 years and a team of lawyers to get your name off the
Okay.
road. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell are you talking
And let
about?
me give you some
And
even more
real
background.
quick, Don
Yes.
D, he said, I'm sorry, Don D say off the subject, but why Rings was on Watch What Happens Live talking about me and Jackie making up. So, like you predicted, it was staged. I told y'all. Go
Yeah, it
ahead.
was big stage. And like to me, it is. Obviously, it's just nice and fun, but I like to give you the tea because I watched most of them. To me, also, Whitney is being purposely was it misleading because the whole issue with Heather's on they are like descendants of like one of the second no they're descendants from like one of the main groups of the founders for Mormonism, but Heather was like married to like the second man in charge, like billionaire status and like the crown hold of Mormonism. So for Heather it is a different situation than Whitney.
It
Heather
ain't gonna be
Whitney
so easy for her.
Yes, Whitney, you and your husband worked together in the office and y'all had an affair. She got divorced and she was shunned, but she has still three kids who are part of it. Not young kids that you can decide to pull out. Her three kids are still, around there. And again, her husband's family is more involved than Whitney's husband was. So it is a different level of involvement. And also, regardless, someone's religious journey is their religious journey. Now, I still side with Heather because some of her, because it seems like she was very much so deep into it, where she was saying stories about how she couldn't wear this and da da da. And some of her siblings have come out and said she was really because the siblings have like separated a little sooner than she did. But they're like, no, like she was really into it. She would, like, when we left, she would not speak to us because they do that cutting off stuff.
The
So
shunning. Yeah.
Heather was deep into it. So I can see her being like, it's a bug, but I still have my kids. I don't know what to do. And also, as Whitney just said, it took you 15 years, ho, and you got kicked out because you were cheating.
But this is the problem, right? I'm with Heather. Heather was like, you 15 years ahead of me and judging me because I'm not
Yes.
caught up the way you are, and you 15 years ahead. That what I'm saying is, like, the way she would tell a part of a story just to try to color this girl wrong, and then everything circle back around and you didn't help me lie on somebody. She's a
It's a
nasty
cover.
person. I
Yeah.
ain't never watched that show, but that Whitney character, the little skinny cousin, she's trash.
But that's why I want to give you the background of, like, she's acting like her and her cousin are one and the same. I'm like, your cousin was married, like the founder of Mormonism. It was like his, like, driver or bodyguard, whatever. He had no family, so he left all of the money to her husband's family. That's who she that is where she comes from. So for you to act like y'all are on the same level when it comes to your relationship to this religion and trying to leave it is just strong. It just, and then, as you said, she comes on the show and wants to pretend like, how can she write a book? But girl, you just got able to be free. And again, you were cheating. She got a divorce and they kicked her out, but they don't want to release her from the registry. Like, they don't want to release her. You are in a
Yep.
different situation.
Right. But it's just like, my thing is, even if she thought in her brain that they were on the same level, even if you thought that, because she, you know what I'm saying? People,
Okay.
I've learned not to underestimate how dumb people are. I've learned. Okay. So even if she was dumb enough to think that they were on the same level, it took you 15 years. That's all I'm saying. So how dare you? How dare you? 15 years in a team of lawyers, but you supposed to be exactly where I am, and you didn't start when I started. Does that
Mm-hmm.
make sense?
No.
That's all I'm saying.
The fact that she was contemplating showing this picture.
Yeah. And Marisol had to jump in and say, if you want to move forward, then you don't need to be doing that.
I was like, girl, we are lost. We are lost.
Mm-hmm. She's a nasty one. She's a nasty piece of work. She's just as nasty as Gizelle, in my opinion. That's why it was so interesting to watch her and Gizelle on that sprinter heading back to the villa. And she's, Gizelle is still pushing that lie. Oh, why would she protect somebody punched her in the eye? Was she paying her bills? Gizelle, you want somebody to pay your bills at that barn. But that girl done told you ain't nobody punched her in her eye. She don't know what happened, but she's not saying that lady punched her in her eye. Not when they drunk running through a house and she don't know what the hell happened.
And she has this whole court case and all this kind of stuff. Mind you, Miss Gizelle, you were supposed to know friendship and supposed to be knowing right and dying to the corner. You just forgot that Mr. Wong was cheating and stuff. So you can't understand someone else and her friends going through legal troubles and she doesn't want to add to it if she did punch her in the face and doesn't want to say that on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how to keep your mouth shut about your girlfriend, your girl getting cheated on.
Right. That's a mess.
I know, I gotta tell you. Now Heather did it on the TV show was weird, but like y'all on this trip, she got the black eye. I'm not if Gizelle again is a person who seems to be covering up when she needs to cover up, and now you can't understand if someone else is doing that, and it's because you want so badly for something to pop off because you don't know how to have fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. But Gizelle is something else, child. The girl from what you call it, she was funny. From Miami, she was like, I feel like you asking a lot of questions because you don't want to talk about what's going on with you.
Because Alexia loves talking about herself, so she probably was like, "This is kind of strange. Why is she so silent about herself?"
Mm-hmm.
It's not cute that she doesn't know how to turn it off.
Yeah. I don't think she turning it on. I think that heifer just naturally nasty.
I mean, yeah, yeah. That is with the questioning and this. I guess to me, there's still like a little different level of like you were just a mean person and versus like you were digging for stuff. Like that's still like an extra level to me. I feel like you should be able to be like, this is not the moment to do that. And she just don't know how.
It's like she doesn't have an understanding for what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. She really doesn't have any understanding for appropriate and inappropriate behavior. She's proven that over time. You say Jizzy don't like women. She seemed not to like men either the way she lie on them. Who she like? She even tried to pick on her children because they asked her questions about her reproductive system. Who the hell does she like?
Wait, let's talk about how she used her children as the excuse why she wanted to decide to tell people
While
not
she
to
was
speak.
being xenophobic and picking on people about their language, yes.
Yes. I said, Heffa, we have never seen your daughter's talk. The way in which she is so she's acting so paranoid about this, you would think we would at least have one clip of her daughter speaking Spanish about her, and we don't have not a one.
Not one.
How are we 7 seasons in
Production
and we're
tried
just
to
learning this?
muster up something and they couldn't.
I was like, oh girl, you thought that this one is a little too bad. I gotta clean this up. What can I say? My girls, the twins, they're fluent in Spanish and they talk about me. No, we have never seen this.
Talking about there's a rule, no Spanish. What the hell is the no Spanish rule?
Would you like them to tell you no AAV, no Ebonics? Would you like them to say that to you?
Right. Just no.
Ugh.
Everything about Gizelle girl is just no. Absolutely no. I would say she should be ashamed of herself, but we know she doesn't have the decency to be ashamed of herself. She's just not decent. Like, who does that? When I tell you I was put off by her telling those women what she can't say. Good night, Lily. You can't speak Spanish. What?
And she said it like 2 or 3 times.
Girl, she sounded like she was a MAGA Republican right then.
Yes. I was like, what is this nonsense? You're in a foreign country. Even with that. Like, people.
It screamed MAGA.
This is atrocious.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Okay. Well, I think you have a lovely idea of like they were hoping Leah would go off on Heather, and when she just talked to her and wanted to move on, then it's like, okay, puppet, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, so now our eyes are set on you.
And then when Candace stuck up for her, oh no, Candace, we gonna get you because you didn't let us just attack Leah. You didn't go along with it because everybody literally jumped on that bandwagon but Candace. And the big girl, the fat girl didn't say nothing either. She was just happy they wasn't shooting at her.
Heather, girl, please sit on the therapist's couch.
They jumped on her the night before. Leah saved her neck. So I guess she said, I'm not finna help you jump on her. She said,
I know, but I'm just like, please go sit on someone's therapy couch and turn down the people pleasing and get the confidence.
I don't see her as a people pleaser. I just see her as somebody who avoids conflict. I think conflict makes her very uncomfortable and she's willing to do anything to avoid conflict. Mm-hmm. That's what it gives. Like, I will do anything to avoid conflict. She doesn't want any confrontation. She doesn't want any of it. And she'll do anything to avoid it, is what it looks like. To me. I could be wrong, but that's what it's given to me.
I've seen her start some conflicts. So that's why I'm like, That could be a bit of both, but it's just in this situation, it's just all.
I'm being perfectly honest. I don't know these people. Never seen them.
I don't really know these people. I just know what I see on TV.
Or maybe she felt more comfortable doing conflict with those other clear women. Maybe she didn't want no conflict with them, with those aggressive black women. Because people have, I'm serious, and I'm saying it like that for a reason. People have a certain perception of who they think we are. And I feel like Gizelle plays into those stereotypes because she likes to bully.
You know what? I will say this because, the Jen Shaw character that they're talking about now, she's some kind of Pacific Islander, Samoan, all that kind of stuff.
She's Tongan.
Sorry. And, she has, really come after Heather. And so that's why also people are like, how is she right? Has called Heather everything but a child of God, snatching on her fingers and stuff like that. So I can see her being like, I already got one of them.
The difference is Jen Shaw likes to imitate a black woman, but she's not one. And there's a different energy when it's about us.
Yes.
Now that's just the facts. It don't matter about, somebody trying to, do black girl cosplay. Because that's what Jen Shaw did. She's one of the reasons why I would not watch that show. Because I found her utterly disgusting. I don't like people thinking it's cute to blackfish and feeling like, oh, I'm gonna out black girl the black girl, honey.
Oh,
Being black is not a game that we play. It's not something we can take off and put on. We're black every day. I don't like it. I'm not for it.
yeah. Yeah. So I can see of like the way in which she's trying to engage with these
Mm-hmm.
ladies versus someone that I do know is aggressive towards her.
Right, but the thing is like you gotta give something to the fact that Gizelle and Portia played into that stereotype and came in like some foaming at the mouth pit bull bullies. Like that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And if
Especially
you
for
guys,
someone who's
if
just
you're
like such a
dealing,
fan.
and if you're dealing with a white person or clear person, clear adjacent, however you want to put it, who may already have preconceived um stereotypical thoughts about black people, and then you play into that, they're definitely going to respond the way you expect them to, and that's just the facts. If we being honest, I'm
Yeah,
not
and
trying
it's just,
to demonize the lady,
no,
but I'm just telling the truth. If that's already a perception that she has of black people, and then you got two people running in here playing the bully role, of course the girl feels a certain type of way. Why wouldn't she? She's already got these, preconceived possible prejudices. So you know what I'm saying? I just feel that's why I say Gizelle is a dangerous person. She's a very dangerous person.
Well, you know how I feel about her. Ugh.
She's dangerous. I don't like, the environment that she's like creating there. And she's definitely creating the environment and pushing and trying to force a narrative. Because she's trying to force a narrative in that setting. I see her.
You see her?
I see
Crystal
her.
clear.
And
Unfortunately.
dare I say, her behavior in this setting is actually worse than what she does on Potomac.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
I feel like what she does is worse than what she's doing here is worse than what she does on Potomac, because you're dealing in a setting where you're dealing with people who don't normally deal with black people, and you know that there are certain preconceived stereotypes when it comes to black people, and I think that you're taking advantage of that because you consider this to be good TV, and it's not. It's just not. I just feel like she's very dangerous and she should be ashamed of herself. Nothing she's done on Potomac could I ever categorize as just dangerous. But what she's doing here is very dangerous.
Really? I would give it to both. Oh, but how much she's dangerous to me.
Mm-mm. This is dangerous. Colorism within our community, historically between women, has never been dangerous. But what she's doing, weaponizing stereotypes, trying to cause people to have a fear and an intimidation response to your blackness, your behavior by playing into these stereotypes, that's very dangerous. That's the kind
Hmm.
of stuff that get people shot by the police.
I'm gonna say she's
She's
dangerous on both.
dangerous. She's very dangerous.
Who else is there? I guess Alexia and Marisol. They haven't done nothing. Marisol needs to find water. H2L needs to find Marisol. Like, oh Jesus Christ, girl.
Oh, come on now. Why you gonna do Miss Many Cocktails like that?
Ah, you don't watch Miami,
I would never watch that.
okay?
And I mean it. I mean that.
Alexi hasn't done anything lately, but she did, read Giselle. Not read, but just stated a fact.
Yeah, she told it like it was, and that's what you're supposed to do when somebody's trying to bully you.
I guess okay. I didn't get to talk to you about the hateration on the Ladyboy performance.
I didn't like how they did that either. I didn't like that.
Because I'm like,
It was
girl,
it was real ignorant.
we all listened to you do Flatline at the or Amazing Grace at the reunion, and then you did Flatline. Like, leave a be.
Yeah, it was a lot. I didn't like Portia's response. I felt like she really hated. There you go, Dora. You right. And she is consistently manipulative trash. Very consistent. Right, and that's why Aunt
Yeah,
Erica love her because they racist as hell. So they like all of her shenanigans. There's so much
yeah.
more I could say, but I won't.
Oh, you won't. You won't
I
share it with the
won't.
class.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because sometimes my mouth is too much, and I just be talking, and and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah. The hateration was weird. I'm just like, y'all are here to do cornball things and pretend to be rich women. Some of you are, some of you aren't. Let her live. Like, girl, you supposed to be from the big leagues and you can't handle a little game and a little performance.
Of course, she can handle it. She been through worse.
Hmm.
She
And
just
she
came
was running
there
from
with
it.
an agenda with Gizelle to attack that girl. And she was mad because she wasn't intimidated and she talked up for herself. Like, how dare you not be afraid of me? Portia, just because you like chicken a lot is not gonna make nobody be scared of you, girl. I mean, have you ever been afraid of somebody just because they like chicken a whole lot?
I mean, no.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
she
enough
does that
to make
like
somebody quaking in their boots.
that whole trying to be emotionally manipulative with the whole I'm gonna come comfort you, but really I just want to say that like your event was trash and you were just so shady. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was phony as hell. Why? Why you was crying? Why? You don't care. Hey, S. She's just so fake. Lord Dora, see Dora, you just like Kai. Y'all be wanting me to say stuff. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna
I
just.
mean, you can't say I got something to say, something's on my mind, and then not expect someone to say, what is it?
No. Some stuff I just know to keep in my head and don't let it come out my mouth.
You don't even write it down for someone?
No. No, I ain't gonna do it. You know what? I wish a lot of people would do that. Just think some stuff you should just keep in
Okay.
your head. You know what I mean?
Well,
Some
see,
stuff
I
you keep
feel
in your
like
head.
we can have an intellectual conversation, okay? Now, some people need to learn that to keep the dumb stuff to themselves.
That too. But some stuff, even every valid thought you had ain't that you have isn't even to be shared.
Yes, yeah.
Is it valid? Absolutely. But does that mean I need to put that out there? No.
No, but if some people want to hear it, yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I am looking forward, I guess, to what else happens on the next I think just 4 episodes for this one. I wonder if they're going to do another batch of 3 and then just drop one by itself. I don't really know why they do this for the girls trips.
They
Very
should
strange.
just play the whole thing and get it over with, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's like either do it the
Because
weekly
they
or
don't
just drop it
record
on
it all.
Netflix.
Yeah, you don't record it all. It's on a paid app. Just go and let us binge watch this mess and get it over with. Because now I got to see why she accusing this girl of stealing.
Would you stay like oh I
I
can't
just
stand
feel
them.
like that's such a low class thing to do. But then again, we are talking about Gizelle.
Giselle. But I don't know what
Even the
anyone else
fact
would
that
say.
her mama gave her the name of a French hooker, like I just, I know not to expect too much
Oh
from
my
you.
God, no, you didn't.
I did. I'm guilty.
You guilty. Guilty of sin.
I stand accused. That's what Isaac Hayes say. I stand accused, honey. You know, Isaac Hayes is my dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's my song. You a little young, you might not know about I Stand Accused. That was the jam.
I know Isaac Hayes, but I don't know if I know the song in
Oh,
particular.
girl. What? Oh, man. That's one of them make you want to just, be like, Isaac, you ain't the best looking man, but we can work it out.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah. Child,
Okay.
what? He said he stand accused of loving you too much. I said, I know that's right. Guilty? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I stand accused was the jam. I know it's some real grown folks in the chat. Y'all know about I stand accused.
No, know about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Gee, I was surprised. I didn't know we were going to review this. I'm happy you are.
Girl, because everybody kept saying you're gonna review it because I had it in my mind to do, but I'm also making clothing. And so when people's garments are on the line, things get put off. So I said tonight I'm watching all 3 episodes and we gonna talk about it.
Okay. That's what happened. Cause I don't think she's gonna review it. And the Instagram message came in. I
Yeah.
got distracted. I was, oh, let me make sure I can catch it.
Okay. Yes, I said it got the name of a French hooker.
And she did. Loud and clear.
I meant that. Dora, time I said, whispered in the microphone like ASMR. I ain't studying you, Dora.
What? Can she do a little tappy tappy, a little brush on the mic as well? A whole video.
No, y'all bad. Mm-mm.
We're not bad. We just, we like opinions, we like thoughts. This is a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope the women are able to actually have fun.
I hope so too, because Gizelle just brings the whole mood down. Everybody having a good time, and here come this heifer.
And I guess to me, because I watched the first one, I didn't watch the second one, but I do know that like drama happened, but the women were able to have fun, or it was like an enjoyable, miserable time, but because it was organic,
Uh-huh.
it was organically happening that way. And so I feel like, okay, we can still get some entertaining moments here, but I guess the way in which Giselle does it, I always feel like there's a peak there, there's a plateau, there's a
Yep.
very low ceiling for the way in which she likes to produce these scenes, and that's where I feel like I don't know.
I feel like she need to stop trying to produce scenes and just try to be a reality TV personality.
Yes,
That's kind of what she need to do.
and I guess it's just like because to me it's weird in a sense like she tries to produce scenes like she don't even produce herself. The fact that she wants to produce scenes, but she can't even produce an interesting life. I'm just
Girl, why you want to
flabbergasted.
read that lady that hard?
What? It wasn't hard. It was real soft and gentle.
No,
Okay.
you just hip check that lady. You thought I
It was
didn't
just
see that? Because I did see that.
you can see that. But I'm just saying, like, there's to me, obviously there's the Jamal stuff, but like there's even some interesting family things. But the dad said you're gonna get one scene out of me, the mom said you're gonna get one scene out of me, and the sister said you're never gonna see me. I guess there's a brother as well, apparently. We are not seeing the other family members. It's just like what else is going on? And then for you to come here and I feel like I can't even watch you have fun. I'm
Yeah,
watching you work.
she's just miserable.
I am watching you work in Thailand when you're supposed to be here to be paid to get drunk and start and then start the mess.
And
Not someone can't even put the suitcase down before you were asking about something.
and
Heffa.
attacking her about being friends with somebody. Girl, you a friend, you friends with a whole liar. Like Robin sat up there and played the whole season and you didn't think that was a problem.
So to me, it's just like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Did you see what I put on the community tab?
Let me grab my phone real quick because I can't do it on my tablet. Where'd my phone go? Is it that like green?
Yes, because she looked like an air mattress. I had
Okay.
to post her.
I was like, okay,
This girl said a gum wrapper. Dora said I should do live. I should do a live in the ASMR voices. I can't do all that now. I'm not that talented.
oh my god, absolutely no.
It's a previous Ultimate Girls trips were lighter and fun to watch. Gizelle step in and act like a caricature, always drilling people about their lives instead of being in the moment. Cause she's just so stale. She's got to be just the stalest, driest, most horrible woman I've ever seen in my life. She's a horrible, horrible woman.
Mm.
Like I almost want to give Jamal a pass for cheating on her.
Oh
She's
my god.
horrible.
But you know what? To me, what is a past when it happened before they got married and then she still walked down the aisle? So what is
I
a
mean,
past?
but do you think she just got terrible after he said I do? I think she was
No.
terrible while they were
She's been
dating.
I told you. No, I be listening to the streets, listening to the people, got some more friends here and there. People have been saying this has been her since even the best friend has said she was mean to her in college. So to
Mm-hmm.
me, it has nothing to do with Jamal. And I feel like people want to put a lot of stock in that. But I'm just like, even the best friend said when they met, she was mean to her. And other
She was
people,
nasty.
so I can't put that all on Jamal, but I'm just saying, what is a pass when you decide to marry the man after he already had a baby on you while you were engaged? What is
But
a
I
pass
just
for
feel like again, she's been horrible. And I just, I feel bad for Jamal.
That's what you're getting at. Because I thought you were saying I should give Jamal a pass for cheating. I'm just like, what's a pass for cheating if she accepted it from the very beginning?
Well, I'm just saying it ain't his fault. That's all I'm
And
saying.
it's ain't so.
That's all I'm saying. It's not his fault.
Well, I mean, if he wanted to be married to the no,
He
and
married
then
what he knew people were going to be more
uh-huh,
accepting of.
mhm,
She had the right
mhm,
complexion, and
mhm,
so he
mhm.
took her.
Yep, and then cheated with the other.
Yeah, he cheated with what he actually was attracted to.
Yeah,
Men do it all the time.
yep. So a tale as old as time.
I'm just saying, as horrible as she is, I feel like she helped him to make that decision. That's all I'm
Oh my
saying. I'm
god!
not gonna judge him for it. No more.
Oh my god!
I'm not. Jamal now gets a pass from me. I'm sorry. Gizelle is
Oh
horrible.
Jesus!
It's hard for a woman to be that terrible. Gizelle is really a terrible person.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Did I? No, it just happened today, right? So I didn't miss it. You didn't do a live on Queens of R&B yet.
Oh, talking about that mess from escaping them, that was yesterday.
Ah, did I miss it or did I call in? I can't remember now. The days are mushing together.
I think you missed it. I don't think
I
you saw.
missed it. Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Did you call her a miserable harpy? Sweet
I don't like
Lord.
that
Hey,
one.
Sasha. Yes,
It
she said
wasn't
that girl can't
hard. I
produce
thought
it
it
just
was light.
10% life. You said that. Now that was shady.
Thank you, As Nice to see you too.
Mm-hmm. Esther, I rewatched beginning of the live late. I'm glad I caught you on. It's been a while. It has, girl. It's been a minute. You say Jamal is my guy. He all right with me. I ain't gonna go as far as to say he's all right with me. I feel like Jamal is a chump and a clown, but I'm not gonna bother him no more by cheating on Gizelle because Lord, Gizelle is really terrible. Like she's just a bad person. Now it's hard to be that bad of a person. I feel like she really applies herself. I'm gonna give her that.
She only applied it. But yeah, I mean, she does. And I guess, she feeds some people, obviously the network, and people who think it's just hilarious to blatantly watch someone work so hard to make something happen.
Harass people, lie on people. I don't know. I think I could deal with her better if not for the lying. The lying is just too much for me.
Yeah, because it is kind of just crazy to watch someone say, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna tell people she punched her." What?
I'm just gonna tell. Like, what the hell do you mean? I'm gonna just tell people that. Like, you're telling me it's not true, but I'm gonna just say it anyway because that's what I want to say about you. And I think she thinks that her telling you that she's gonna lie on you gives her a license to do it or something. Now I don't know
And
who told
then
her
when you get
that's how
mad at
that
her,
works, but I don't believe that's how that actually works. That
it
once
doesn't.
you tell somebody you're gonna lie on them, then now you have a license to lie. I'm not sure who told her that's how the world works, but I just don't believe that's how it works.
And then she gets mad at you if you're mad at her for the lie.
Mm-hmm.
And half of you know you lying. I guess to me, like, that just is not cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like fun, housewives delusional. That's just there's none of that. That's just lie about your life. Okay, again, produce something there.
I'm done. Just produce something there.
Yes.
Golly. Ooh, child, remind me not to make none of y'all in here mad. Y'all are rough.
Hey, now again, as I say, no, no, I'm the baby. Like DT and Hee LL, I see y'all.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. It's some heavy hitters. There's some heavy snipers in here.
I still keep cute. I still keep cute.
They
DT and
listen.
Hee.
They come in like the executioner. They travel with guillotines and stuff. So
Yes, a whole arsenal of torture
yes,
devices.
God. They got the axe, the guillotine. They got stocks to put you
Yes.
in.
Hmm.
Oh, child.
The
I don't want.
horses to pull you apart if they feel like it.
Yeah,
All the things.
drawn and quartered, tar and
Yes,
feather,
yes,
all
all the
that. Y'all some rough characters in here,
things.
honey. Oh man, but look, we done been in here.
I know, good.
Yeah, y'all heading for 3 hours, and we ain't doing that.
What you doing? I know.
No, buddy. Cause I know y'all. If I let it go to 3, y'all will keep me for 4.
Would we?
Yeah, y'all would.
Mm, I
I know
guess.
better.
Mm. Okay, I guess. Good night.
Yes, I love y'all in real life, but good night. And for real, for real. Don't nobody love you like I love you, but y'all ain't gonna keep me up all night.
Okay. Have a nice night, everyone.
All right, good night, boo. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad I got to hang with you this evening. And this show comes back on again on Thursday. So then we'll be able to talk about these heifers again on Thursday. You know. Okay. So listen, I appreciate y'all for hanging with me tonight. I really do. I really do. But I gotta go. And y'all gotta get some rest too, because I know pretty much everybody in here still gotta go to work or school in the morning. And I appreciate y'all for being here. But we're gonna get up out of here, get some rest, sweet dreams. Have a great night, everybody. And we will probably get a chance to talk tomorrow, but it depends on what the gossip do. Cause gossip been a little slow lately, and y'all know me. I don't believe in making up stuff just to have something to talk about. And I'm not going to, talk about foolishness either. Y'all know that ain't my style either. But I think we got a little something we can get into on tomorrow. Those of y'all with Patreon, you saw what I put up about the news. Y'all know I decided to do the FNN a little bit different now. When something important is happening, if it's urgent, I'll come in and give y'all a bulletin. Or if it's just a story that I want you to watch, it will be in Patreon. We're probably going to go live in Patreon this week too, just to give you the heads up. Okay. So look forward to that as well. Y'all have a great night. Hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit that bad boy on the way in. Okay. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch. And last but definitely not least, subscribe if you have not subscribed, because we would love to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box of the video. Okay. All right. So y'all have a great night. We'll talk again soon. And if nobody else says it to you, always remember God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing, and I mean nothing, you can do about it. We'll talk soon. Okay. Bye, y'all.